models. One notable though tonight, Kyle Steckley is not on the property as he's the current points leader here at Delaware Speedway.
All right, thank you very much, Phil. Back up top here with Kate and Chris. Let's go to our bone stock standings. Bone stocks are in play tonight. Oh, my apologies, the V8 stocks. That was on. Oh, let's go to the bones. Charlie Verhoeven, the hottest driver in bone stocks right now, looking for 4 straight tonight. He's vaulted up to second spot. Matt Langford, the defending series champ, back out in front. Verhoeven Wilms tied for second.
Yeah, Matt Langford's doing what you got to do for points racing, consistency. That's why he sits at the top of the board.
V8 stocks are in action tonight as well. Barry Watson top of the table right now. A nice, comfortable 22-point lead on Jordan Morris. Jeremy Taggart rounding out the podium right now. Just 1 point ahead of Caden Patrick. Pretty tight for that final podium spot right now.
Yeah, the standings are tight, but Barry Watson's done a great job parking that car in victory lane, and we'll have to see what he has for them tonight.
Late models will get the second feature slot tonight. That's right, the bone stocks will be the last feature. Kyle Steckley out front. Nice race between Ray Morneau and Jake Sheridan. The 52 hot as of late. Both of them 9 points back. Jesse Kennedy right there, 10 off the pace.
Jesse Kennedy is the fastest car after practice today, and I didn't see Kyle Steckley out there, so we'll have to see if that was just for practice or if he is in attendance tonight.
Bone stocks, V8 stocks, late models. Here we go, first race of the night. It's the heat race, number 1 for the bone stock class. 10 laps the scheduled distance here. For the bone stocks here at Delaware Speedway, and thank you for joining us on what is a beautiful, beautiful Friday night at the half mile, though drag race, all 4 of them side by side, down to back into turn 3. Hank Clausen, Forbert, Carter Nickel, Hutchinson, all right there battling for the lead, and it's the 36 on the inside. Hutchinson will lead that lap, dropping the 147. We've got 2 cars around in turn number 4, high in the wall here. The 97, I think that's Herzl. In that 97 machine, no, my apologies, Shane Dixon on our timing and scoring. And the 22 of Craig Cole. Surprising that Cole's involved in this, especially in Heat Race 1. Different car for Mr. Cole, but we have our first caution tonight.
First caution, and we're going to restack them. Looks like they're just making sure that there's nothing on the track.
I think we got a couple looks here, Kate. Why don't you take us through our replay here?
So they're coming out of turn 4.
That's the lead battle, so watch right of the screen. There it is.
Yeah, it looks like the 97 of Dixon looks like he was just coming out of the corner and collected Cole with him. Came a little bit high. Not sure if there's any contact though behind him. It's just out of camera, so hopefully all those cars are still rolling, joining the back end of this parade lap that we're gonna have here. Get all reoriented on the track so we can get ready to go.
Craig Cole has returned to the racetrack. Here's the second look, right side of the screen here, race fans, and this is our turn 4 camera, Kate. Somebody was loose right there. Oh, 97 was loose, maybe contact in turn 4. Had Shane Dixon a little wobbly.
Yeah, and Shane Dixon had nobody behind him, just got real loose coming out of the corner and just kind of washes up across the 22 of Cole.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of contact maybe with the 22. Kate, it's hard to tell there, but definitely when Shane was trying to correct and went up the track and collected the 22. The Craig Cole machine has remained on the racetrack.
But I don't see the 97 of Dixon.
Not as of yet, and lights are still on the Delaware Speedway pace car. So we're going to go bone stock heat racing first, race fans, and then we're going to go V8 stock heat races, late model heat races, and a little switch for the features. We're going to lead off with the V8 stock feature, then the late models will do their 35 lapper, and we'll wrap things up with the bone stocks. One of their main sponsors in attendance tonight. I think they pushed them back to the last feature of the night. I think that was probably the reason why we're going to feature the bone stocks tonight for 25 laps later tonight. So lights off the Delaware Speedway Pace car, and there's the 97 coming into the pits on the business end of the tow truck. So
yeah, I was just about to say, well, we were taking you through the replay. It looks like they had to hook up the 97 machine. It's on the back end of the tow truck and headed back to its pit. Hopefully gets it ready in time to make the B main.
Lights off, pace car on pit road. Here we go out of turn number 4, restart. Bone stock heat race number 1. And at 147, that's Corey Forbert. Tries to grab the lead on the inside. And on the outside, that's the 24, Hank Clausen. We got Race Meyer, slow outside wall in turn number 2 and down to back. Very, very slow is the 93. And Race is going to remain on the track, or is he going to dive down? No, he's going to dive down onto the pit entrance lane. And Clausen will lead that lap. Nickel in the red 52 to the high side of the 147 to Fulbert. They'll collect each other momentarily in turn number 1. Great run for Nickel out of turn number 2 and down the back, and Carter will grab the second spot. Here comes the 7 to Thomas Jeremy. That black 7 trailing is Mark Hutchinson, red 36 just off screen. Oh, Nickel got pushed up the track and almost had to stay off the wall, barely, and Nickel's off the pace. He's waving out of the driver's window to tell oncoming cars that he's in trouble. And there goes slowly through turn number 1 as the leaders, Cole, contact with Jeremy, almost put the 7 in the wall, and the 22s come from the back to the third spot here in heat race number 1.
Cole's having a great run working through traffic. Looking to the inside of the 7 machine of Thomas Jeremy. Craig Cole mounting a comeback. Looks like he's going to be able to take the pass here and make it into second place, working on the leader.
Clausen will lead through turns 3 and 4. The 22 is Cole, the 7 is Jeremy. Out of turn 4 they come, 6 to go this time by, and Cole is right there at the door at the line and will outbreak Clausen for the lead into turn number 1. Jeremy will get to the inside of the 24, looking for the second spot. Out of turn number 2, here comes Hutchison in that red 36 in the 4th spot, and Hutchison to the inside of Clausen for the 3rd spot, and he'll take it in turn number 4. But it's Craig Cole out front and stretching things out, halfway done this 10-lap heat race for the Bone Stock division, heat race number 1. And Hutchinson's fighting for second now, and he'll grab second spot. So this race might not be over just yet. The 36, that's Mark Hutchinson, as they work turns 3 and 4. Love that camera shot. Out of turn 4 and back to the stripe. The 36 of Hutchinson in second spot, the 7 of Jeremy, and then Clausen, your top 4. And Hutchinson looks like he's tracking the 22 down here. Down the back they go.
It looks like the 22 is running about a car length, or a whole car higher in the corner than Hutchinson is. Really kind of fighting it, trying to change up his line that time around, but the last lap before that was sitting almost a full car length higher.
Advantages, disadvantages, or is the car forcing Craig to do that?
To me, it looks like the car is forcing him a little bit up there, but the problem is that is opening enough time for Hutchinson to start catching Cole, because you're not going to run your fastest times if you're fighting the car through the corner. You can have all the straightaway speed in the world, but you got to be able to corner.
Less than 2 laps to go, and Cole trying to fend this win off. Hutchinson got a little tight in turn number 2 and when washed up the track, lost some track position. Then it's Jeremy and Clausen at 3rd and 4th. The 23 is Jessie Howard having a good run. She's in 5th right now, all by herself. Last lap on the Speedway, white flag being displayed for the leader, the 22 of Craig Cole. Hutchinson about 5 car lengths back. Might not have enough time here. Diving into turn number 3 one final time. He got in an altercation in lap number 1 with Shane Dixon and has come from the back to the front. Checkered flag for the 22 of Craig Cole to win heat race number 1 in the Bone Stock division. Hutchison, Jeremy, Clausen, and Howard round out your top 5. William Clausen, John Clausen, Fulbert, Lawrence, and Appleman will complete your top 10. Then it's Marchand, Houston, Carter Nickel, Shane Dixon, Race Meyer, the final running order for Bone Stock Heat Race number 1.
Good job for Cole coming from the back to the front. Definitely didn't give up anything. Didn't make it look like he got in an altercation on the first lap.
Yeah, I'm surprised with how that 22 handled. I thought there would have been more damage in that altercation in turn number 4, but apparently not. As the 22 rolls into victory lane to grab the checkered flag for a photo op for Bone Stock Heat Race number 1. More Bone Stock Heat Racing to come. Other side of the break, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play, and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Show your support for Delaware Speedway with the latest 2025 season merchandise. From classic hoodies to comfortable, stylish tees and hats, there's something for every race fan. Whether you're watching from the grandstands or following the action at home, you can shop anytime online at DelawareSpeedway.com. Order now and represent the excitement of Delaware Speedway in style.
Getting set for Bone Stock Heat Race number 2, coming out of turn number 4, expecting the green flag this time. The top 9 will advance from this heat race. No, we're going to stay. Caution lights back out on the pace car. Top 9 will advance to the A main from this particular heat race as the sun continues to shine here. About a quarter of the track covered in shade right now will affect handling for sure. On the front row, Cassie Howard, Ian Levesque. Then it's going to be Liam Boschel, Joe Hicks, row number 2. Rob Wollaston, Chad Prue, row number 3. Tom Hughes, Brady Aldman in row number 4. Hannah Lamont, Sterling Roberts in row number 5. Adam Generou, Nathan Rhea in row number 6. And Darren Glavin starting shotgun in the field. Here they go. Pace car on pit road, looking at the green. Levesque on the inside, Howard on the outside. Green flag, we're racing with the Bone Stock Division Heat Race number 2. And Levesque will grab the lead from Howard in turn 1. Here comes the kicks on the inside in that Wonder Bread number 12. Bochel's the 333, trying to split Howard and kicks. Gives Howard a shot, sends Howard right up the racetrack, and Howard's going to lose about 8 spots. Not a nice move from the Bochel 333. Howard's not going to like that, as the Cassie will lose a ton of spots here, as Levesque will lead him on to turn number 2. Kicks up to second, Bochel in third. Side by side for fourth. At 11 is Wollaston. The 15 is Roberts. 93 is Outman. The 26 is Rhea. Bochel drifting through turns 3 and 4. Really loose, and he'll lose a spot or 2. As Wollaston will get ahead of the 333. Roberts now beside the 333 to grab that spot. Here goes Outman on the outside of the 333 of Bochel. Nathan Rhea right there in the 26. It's a log jam right now for the 4th position. Rhea will dive inside the 333 of Bochel. Through turns 3 and 4. There's Roberts. He'll go to the outside of Wollaston. And here's Wollaston to the inside. Roberts to the outside. Battle for position. That's for 3rd on the racetrack. Roberts with a great run out of turn number 2. There's 6 cars battling for that 3rd position. Roberts, Wollaston, Boschel, Rhea, Outman, and Chad Prew's come to join the party. There's Roberts in that 15. Speed shot right below the flag stand here on Rogers TV. And Wollaston to the inside of Rhea. Outman in the 93. Boschel, that 33 is all over the place like a wet mop. Just sliding all over. Here's your gap. First through 2nd and 3rd. It's Levac out front and kicks under pressure now from Roberts for 2nd. And Sterling Roberts, that 15 really has some good corner exit in both turns 2 and 4 right now.
The 15's been good the last few weeks. Good to see Sterling Roberts up near the front. I think he could be contender for Charlie Verhoeven, who will be in the next heat race. Looks like this heat will probably start ahead of the next heat race too, so that could work to Sterling's benefit in the end. Right now, sitting on the bubble spot of the 9 cars from this heat race will go directly to the A main and not have to race. Chad Peru sitting in that spot. He's struggled a little bit so far this season, but he looks like he's having an okay run this heat race.
That's a battle for 5th on your screen right now. Wollaston is the 11. The 25 BT, that's Adam Generu. The 93 is Outman. The 333 is Boschel. Boschel and Outman have been switching spots all heat race long. Less than 3 laps to go here. Bone Stock Heat Race number 2 on Rogers TV. Chris Orrs, Kate Friel, Phil Gibbons with you. And Roberts has caught the leader out of turn number 4, 2 to go.
We've got smoke coming out of the 93 going into turn 3. Looks like it's running a little bit slow on the front stretch, but there was definitely smoke happening going into turn 3.
Oh, lots of smoke off that 93. Under braking out of that right rear, and still smoke. Looks like a blown engine maybe for the Brady Outman machine. And lots of smoke, needs to stay down on the track. White flag on the speedway will remain green. Levac still leads Sterling Roberts. And big problems in that 93. Roberts looks to the inside. Out of turn number 2, down the back one final time. Levac's been the leader the whole way through. Oh, there's a shot from Roberts. Tried to bump and run. Roberts to the outside, trying to cross over now. And Levac's gonna hold on to win Bone Stock Heat Race number 2. And the 15 of Roberts looks strong for the A feature. Brea will come in 2nd, Hicks 3rd. Generu 4th, and dead heat at the line for 6th, and that's Boschel by 5/1000ths of a second over Chad Prue, who finishes 7th. Wollaston, Lamont, Howard rounding out the top 10. Then Hughes, Outman, and Darren Glavin rounding out the running order. Let's check in down pit side with Phil Gibbons.
Hey guys, I'm down here at Bone Stock Pits. Number 36, Mark Hutchison. Mark, second race night out in this car. How was the heat race?
Yeah, we had a pretty good heat race. Started 3rd and had a caution right off the bat. Restarted the race, moved our way up to 2nd place, and just held our line. So it was good for the 2nd race. Happy to finish a race. First time out, I piled the car up a little bit, so patched it up, got back out here, and having a good time.
So what's your plan for the feature? You should have a good starting spot. Any changes to the car?
No real changes. Just make sure the tire pressures are good. The only goal is to finish the race and not get caught up in too much shit out there. So that's about it. And hopefully we'll finish and do pretty well.
There we go, guys. Back upstairs to Chris and...
All right, thank you so much. And just a quick little translation there. He doesn't want to get into trouble on the track. That's how we translated that.
Yeah.
Chris and Kate back topside. We saw quite a lengthy discussion after that heat race between the 11 of Rob Wollaston and the 333 of Liam Boschel. In the middle of the tarmac, in the center of the pit area, side by side, nobody near them but the 2 drivers talking to each other. You can see some hand movement between the 2 drivers, so obviously discussion from earlier stages of that heat race. Now heat race number 3.
There's a look at what Chris was just talking about.
Yes.
The discussion going back and forth.
The 333 is Boschel, the 11 is Wollaston. Definitely a conversation. I wouldn't classify that as an adamant conversation, like where hands are flying like crazy, but definitely a conversation. So heat race number 3 out on the track right now. This will feature our top 5 in points, plus the hottest driver in bone stock right now, the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven, who's won 3 straight bone stock feature races, looking to make it 4 tonight. He'll line up at the back of the field with the current points leader and defending series champ, the 03 of Matt Langford. Chris Lawrence will pilot the 33 again for Paul Fothergill and will continue to grab points for that 33 machine, who is in a points battle as well. Here they come out of turn 4, green flag. We're racing. It's Len Sterrett and Gary Triska in the front of this field. We'll grab the green. And they'll go side by side through turns 1 and 2, and Sterrett will grab the lead. Len Sterrett looked strong last week in the 1, Kate, and looking strong early again.
Yeah, and best spot to start is on that front row. So Len definitely taking advantage of that, getting out to a good lead. But I wouldn't put anything past this field. You better get that lead and you better hold on to it.
Yeah, so what I understood during the week from the Charlie Verhoeven pit is they were mandated to add some weight into that 8 car. I don't know if Phil can maybe look into that or whatnot, but I heard they were supposed to add some weight into the 8 car coming off of 3 straight wins. So Charlie's going to have a little bit more hands full with that 8 machine still marked at the back of the field right now. In heat race number 3, it's Sterrett out front, followed by Dakota Luoma. Tori Robinson up to 3rd now in that 27. A new driver this week for that 27 machine. Michael Verburn is in the 19. There's Chris Lawrence in that 33. The blue 17, that's your former points leader, Colin Wilms, now 3rd in points. And there you see Verhoeven in the red car and Langford just behind them. There's the 03 at Langford. Verhoeven in the 8 trying to get to the inside. I'll see if I can find that weight call that I received earlier today, or not earlier today, earlier this week. Definitely I hear some weight being added to the 8 machine, but right now it's Sterrett out front.
Yeah, the 16 of Dakota Luoma was looking to the outside, wasn't able to get the run that he wanted, so falls back in line behind the 1 of Len Sterrett. Tori Robbins just hanging out back behind the battle at the lead, as well as Michael Verburn.
So what I heard with 5 laps to go this time, Kate, is 50 pounds have been added to the 8 machine, and you are a former bone stock driver. You're a former driver. What does that do? If you could kind of relate maybe to the bone stocks as far as how these vehicles are put together, what would 50 extra pounds do?
So it all depends on where they were mandated to put that weight, how it's going to affect the cross of the vehicle. When I say that, it's how the weight transfers from end to end on the vehicle, so across the car. So from side to side, but across the car, from rear to front, opposite ends. So really, that can make a lot of a difference of where you're putting the weight, how the tires are going to grip, because now instead of transferring, say, 25 pounds to that side, now you could be transferring 75. So it all depends on where they made them put the weight, or if they were allowed to split that 50 pounds, or if they were mandated to put it in a certain spot of the car.
New leader, the 16, Dakota Luoma out front. Bone stock heat race number 3 will drop Sterrett the 2nd spot for Byrne. Coming in that 3rd position, the 27 Tori Robinson off the pace, and Tori will drop into the backstretch pit entrance. Still marked at the back of the field is Charlie Verhoeven. Meanwhile, Matt Langford's gained a few spots. Charlie Verhoeven in that added weight number 8 might be having some issues this week. It's been a dominant car the last month in this division. Luoma trying to get away from that battle for 2nd that's shaping up between Sterrett and Verburn. 1 lap to go this time by. White flag on the speedway for the 16 of Luoma. Good battle for the 5th spot. That's Donovan Clark and Colin Wilms. There's your side-by-side battle for 2nd. Sterrett in the 1, Verburn in the 19. It's all Luoma right now in the 3rd, into the 3rd turn. Checker flag awaits the driver of the 16 out of turn 4. Dakota Luoma will win heat race number 3. Verburn will grab 2nd, followed by Sterrett, Clark, and Wilms, your top 5. Langford, Lawrence, Rawlings, Verhoeven, and Quarry, your top 10. Then it's Culver, Triska, Tori Robinson, and David Rockwood will finish the running order for Bone Stock Heat Race number 3. Great run for the 16 of Dakota Luoma. Let's head to the pits to Phil Gibbons.
Hey guys, down here at, back in the Bone Stock pits, I got number 10, Ian Levesque. What a race. You got the heat win.
Oh, it's fun.
What do you think's going to happen for the future here?
Well, I'm going to try and keep ahead because I'm going to start pole and just try and stay ahead of the real fast guys.
How many years have you been doing this now? It's been a couple, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is my 3rd year. Same car, as you can tell. She's been beaten up. But yeah, we're still rocking and rolling.
You had a little bit more or better luck than your teammate here, but hopefully everything stays together.
Yeah, hopefully. It's running good. Like since we stretched it out, we got in a big wreck a couple weeks ago, and Bobby Reed got her all stretched out, fixed up, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since.
Awesome. Back to you guys upstairs.
All right, thank you so much. More to come. Delaware Speedway Racing and Rogers Speed presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we are back for another incredible season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're gonna tour some amazing backyards, we're gonna meet up with some great folks, and we're gonna cook some incredible food. Join us Thursdays at 7:30 for Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
I didn't think I was gonna be nervous, but I am.
Jeff Goldman is entering the cake arena.
You have never seen me do anything like this before.
He'll face 6 competitors.
I'm outnumbered.
For 6 different challenges.
This is insane.
All at the same time.
Hurry up!
To make super mega cakes.
This is amazing.
Super mega cakes on Food Network.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing and Rogers Speed presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. And you can show your support for Delaware Speedway with the latest 2025 season merchandise, from classic hoodies and comfortable t-shirts to stylish hats. There's something for every race fan. Whether you're watching from the grandstands or following the action from home, you can shop online anytime, DelawareSpeedway.com. Order now and represent the excitement of Delaware Speedway in style. Getting set for V8 stocks. So before we get there, white flag to come. How does the Bone Stock Heat Race number 2 winner get the pole for the A main if the Heat Race number 3 was the fastest average cars?
So they may go 2, 3, and then 1. It all depends on, I believe it's going to depend on lap times and how they think that the best start's going to happen in the field. So they may put Heat Race 2, Heat Race 3, and then maybe 1, and then go behind.
Before the heat races start?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
It'll be posted on the board in Tech Garage.
Okay.
When I used to be down there, I used to check that because normally it was already down there.
V8 stock, we haven't seen these drivers in a couple of weeks. They have that breakout rule in effect, 21.1 seconds. And we'll get Kate to tell you what the breakout rule is once we go green here. So the 3 is Mike Howard in that Dale Earnhardt replica paint job. The 97 is Jesse Hertzel. In row number 1, Jeff Ferguson, Doug Stewart, Randy Martin, Lucas Orr, Kevin Wheaton. Green flag racing with the V8 stocks. So 21.1 seconds is the breakout. What's the breakout, Kate?
So they can't go faster than 21.1 second. So if they go 21.0999, they are going to have a stop and go penalty on the backstretch by the Tech Garage. They're going to stop, wait, go, and rejoin the race. So they don't want to go faster than the 21.1 because they do not want to serve that penalty, especially if you're the leader.
Yeah, Kate will monitor times for us tonight for the V8 stocks. Usually the first lap race fans is the fastest because they start from a caution pace speed, so they can floor it all the way around the half mile, but then they got to pace themselves and time it out. Do you want to go fast through turns 1 and 2 and slower through turns 3 and 4, or do you want to do it the opposite scenario? It all depends on the driver and strategically how they negotiate a lap here at Delaware Speedway.
We've got a breakout by the leader, 21.097.
Mike Howard is going to have to do a stop and go. 3/1000ths of a second under breakout time. So the leader will have to do a stop and go next time on the backstretch. So that'll give the lead to the 52 of Randy Martin in that Interstate Batteries paint job replica. The Bobby Labonte paint job. And Mike Howard, here he comes. He's going to stop on the backstretch. That's a nice looking car, actually. Stop and stop and stop and go. Go. Still not going. Still not going. The 3 is parked on the backstretch. Leader is coming out of turn number 2. What's going on with the 3 of Mike Howard? And caution on the speedway. Oh, what happened there? He tried to stop and roll twice or 3 times. And then obviously I think the car might have stalled and couldn't get it refired.
Yeah, I wonder if it just stalled out. But
wow, from well, you're going to be last anyways because you had to do a stop and go. But now you're going to be last because you brought out the caution. And going to get a push. Wow. That's unfortunate for the 3 team. Let's check in the pits with Phil Gibbons.
Oh, I gotta get out of this. I'm down here with Dakota Loma, Heat 3 winner tonight. Dakota, I just looked at the lap times, 23.5s. How are you going to get yourself a little bit lower than that in the feature and hang up front?
Honestly, I have no clue. This is the best cars run all year. I changed a lot of stuff and just kind of went out there winging it, and it turns out that it was something that I did right.
That's always good to have. What are you going to do? What's your plan for the feature? Do you think the track's going to tighten up or free up a little bit for you?
Honestly, I kind of really hope it stays the same. That's the best I've had the car running, like I said, all year. So if I can do the same thing again in the feature and hopefully bring home a top 5 or even better, a win.
Perfect. Well, there you have it. The 16 Dakota Loma Heat 3 winner. Thanks for doing this, and we'll send it back upstairs.
All right, thank you, Phil. And Dakota under caution here, V8 stock heat race number 1. Looks like we have 13 cars for V8 car count tonight, which is fantastic. And Randy Martin is our leader. 4 laps in the books, white flag being displayed this time by.
I saw they were playing the east side a couple months ago there.
The 95 is Lucas Orr. And then the 2 is Doug Stewart. The 23 is Jeff Ferguson.
Doug Stewart.
97 is Jesse Herzl.
Former late model car. We'll see how he does.
Mike Howard's refired. He's at the back of the field in the 3. And we have Kevin Wheaton in the 4 car. So Randy Martin will be the control car as we come back to a restart here with the 6 to go in this V8 stock heat race number 1. The tough part about the breakout rule, Kate, is that if you're Martin in the middle of the pack or the back of the pack, to get to the front, you got to speed. There's no question about it because everyone else is pacing themselves to stay within that breakout, which is the tough part of this type of racing.
yeah, so definitely take that first lap and run it full out and hope for the best and collect as many spots as you can on the first lap, maybe even the second one.
This will be a full out lap here. Everybody mashing the gas, and Orr will grab the lead out of turn number 2. Martin in second, Ferguson up to 3rd, Doug Stewart in that blue number 2. Looking to the inside for a position, and looking maybe 3 wide out of turn number 4. And now they start their lap pacing mode. And it's Orr out front. Stewart's come all the way to 2nd spot. Martin will fight back on the outside. Interesting to see the lap times of the blue 2 coming this time. Cave is going to have a look here as they cross the stripe. Oh, wow.
21.022.
Wow, 22/1000ths of a second to the good for Doug Stewart.
No, he's 21.022.
Oh, so he broke out.
So he broke out.
Oh, he did break out. That's right. Sorry, my apologies. So the number 2, Doug Stewart's going to have to do a stop and go. I had a feeling because he was moving up pretty
Mike
good in that
Howard
second
just
lap.
broke out again as well. So let's see if the 3 can serve a stop and go.
Okay, so they're both going to stop. It's the 2 and the 3. And a little bit of a rolling stop for both of them, actually. Officials will probably be okay with that. But that'll drop them to the back back of the field.
I think the officials are hoping just that the 3 doesn't stall and then we don't have another caution.
Kevin Wheaton coming close last time, but he's okay. 21.176. It's the 95 of Ora out front. Randy Martin in second. White flag in the speedway. Oh!
We've got another breakout. Another 2.
Randy Martin and Kevin Wheaton both break out. That's the second and fourth place cars. So this finish will not count for the 52 and the 4 because they did not stop and go. Another breakout. Doug Stewart will break out on the backstretch and he'll stop and go there. He'll actually finish ahead of Martin and Wheaton because Martin and Wheaton did not adhere to the stop and go penalty. Lucas Orr is going to win it. And I think it'll be the 23 of Ferguson in second spot. Jesse Herzl in third. And then I don't know the rest of the finish order.
And then I think it'll be Mike Howard, Doug Stewart, then Randy Martin, then Kevin Wheaton.
Yes, I think you are correct. Absolutely. There's the 95 of Lucas Orr, the V8 Heat race number 1 winner. That breakout rule really came into effect in that Heat race. And we got more of V8 stock Heat racing to come on the other side of the break. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Steve McCaw from Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Welcome to the 2025 race season. From the Ray Cullen Chevrolet family, we are excited about another great year.
Hi, I'm Kathleen from Hiking with Kathleen. Please join me this season where I bring you on my great adventures of hiking, paddling, and camping. And I bring you up close to wildlife as I see them on my hikes.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrival Live smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivallive.org to find out more. Arrival Live, drive sober.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Orr's Keith Real, top of the tower. Welcome. Good evening to you. Phil Given, our third member of our team down trackside, patrolling the pits, grabbing some interviews, getting set for V8 stock heat race number 2 on what's so far been a very exciting night of racing here at Delaware Speedway. Kara Martin will be the pole car in the 53. The 86 is Caden Patrick outside row number 1. Row number 2 will have Jordan Morris and Jeremy Taggart. Row number 3, the points leader Barry Watson along with Chuck Menzie. And then Mike Mayhew will start in the 147 shotgun on the field. And we'll get the white flag this time by. 10 laps the scheduled distance here for the V8 stocks under the breakout rule in effect.
On my way to the track today, I was following behind a trailer that had a 5 on it, and it took me about till now to figure out
following a trailer that
had a 5 on the back of it, but it wasn't anybody that I recognized from being here all the time. So welcome, Chuck Menzie, because I followed you on the way to the track today.
There we go. Shout out to the 5 team. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace car. Late model heat racing coming up next. Perfect night for racing. Perfect night for sitting on the hill, bringing out the lawn chair, grabbing some nice dinner here at the Speedway, and relaxing. Try the ice cream, too. I hear the ice cream's pretty good. Coming out of turn number 4, Kara Martin, the control car, green flag, we're racing. Patrick on the outside. And Martin will lead the field into turn number 1, up the hill in turn 2 and down the back. Morris looking for a spot in the 73. They might split Martin here, and they're going to go to the outside from Patrick. Morris to the inside. There's the 11 of Taggart there as well. And Martin's trying to fight them off. on both sides on a turn 4. They'll go 3 wide again, and now they're going to have to pace themselves. Patrick will grab the lead. Morris to the inside. Martin tried to cross over, but checked up. And we got a side-by-side battle for the lead, but the 86 of Patrick speeding away. And the 11 of Taggart looking speedy. We'll watch the 86 and the 11 for lap times this time by.
We're down into the 21s, but nobody's broken out yet.
Patrick has the lead. Morris right there. Martin in 3rd spot. Here comes the points leader. Watson on the inside of the 11 of Jeremy Taggart. Now to the inside of Martin. And out of turn 4 they come. At the line. Thumbs up from Kate Friel. So we continue racing here. It's Patrick, Morris, and Watson, your top 3. Taggart up to 4th. Martin will fall to 5th. Here they come on a turn 4 to complete another lap. 6 to go. Oh, we got one.
We got 2.
We got 2. We put the line in and caught 2 big ones. The leader, Caden Patrick, and the points leader, Barry Watson, have both broken out here on lap number 4. And they're going to have to do a stop or go on the backstretch. Morris to the inside for the lead. So watch for the 86 and the 45. They're going to have to do a stop and go. 86 is trapped on the outside. Here they come. And they'll come to a stop and go. There they go. Morris with the lead. That puts Taggart to 2nd. Martin to 3rd. A full straightaway ahead of those strong cars at the back. And the 5, Kate's highway friend, Menzie, up to 4th spot. Here they come out, complete another lap, 3 to go. Oh!
Jeremy Taggart.
Jeremy Taggart in the 2nd spot has broken out. And the 11 wanted to stop and go right there, but decided to complete another lap. That's going to put Martin up to 2nd spot. Taggart will come around. If he breaks out again, how do you do? You stop for double the time?
Jordan Morris broke out in the lead.
And the leader got caught. That's going to put Karen Martin in front because Taggart still has to stop and go. And Taggart hasn't stopped yet for the penalty. He went at 21.09. He definitely broke out. Martin has the lead. Menzie the 2nd spot. And the black flag sent to the 11. White flag on the speedway. Karen Martin, the graduate of the junior late model division in Grand Bend Speedway, winning a championship there and winning the Bone Stock Championship 2 years ago at Grand Bend Speedway. Deciding to come to the half mile in Delaware. She's got 1 turn left from a heat race win. And it'll be the 53 of Karen Martin will win the heat race, followed by the 5 of Menzie. Then it's Watson and Morris, Patrick, Mayhew, and the 11 of Taggart. And I'm not sure why Taggart didn't stop. He raced 4 laps since he broke out and never stopped. I don't understand that, Kate.
Well, Karen Martin's the one that's coming to victory lane. So
let's go trackside with Phil Gibbons.
Hey guys, I'm here with driver of in the V8 stocks, number 95, Lucas Orr. Lucas, you were real close to that breakout. What's the key with this car to hit that 21.1 as close as you can 2nd?
You just listen to the limiter, and whenever you hear it, if you hear it at the start-finish line, you slow down a little sooner next lap, or if you hear it a little after, then you just go as hard as you can.
What's your plan for this feature race coming up? Do you think the track's going to change? You going to make any adjustments?
Gonna get a little cooler, so we'll hopefully have a little more power, and just run it like I always do. Hopefully I don't break out.
Perfect. There you have it, guys. Back to you upstairs.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Phil and Lucas. When we come back, we'll go racing with the late models. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hey, you want to see a show on Rogers TV that doesn't feature any human stars? Well, you've come to the right place. Watch Crumpet Corner, this brand new show full of laughs and weirdness, chaos.
How about the drama of Stanley Cup final hockey? Big game players coming up with big game plays, and these two are writing their own stories this time around. These Florida Panthers, this is like old school hockey. Sam Reinhart, the night of his life. The reign's going to continue. The Florida Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. What an experience it is to share with your teammates. This is the most exciting time for all.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing and Rogers TV presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Soares, Kate Frail, top of the tower. Phil Givens joining us tonight. Trackside. I was singing a nice little tune during break, and Kate rudely interrupted me, and I don't like that.
Well, I'm sorry. It was important information.
So was singing.
For you.
Late models on the track. You were making a pretty good. You made a pretty good observation to Kara Martin when we stepped away from break.
Yeah, Steve McCobb helped get her into that ride. She's talked about it before on our broadcast. He was on his way up. I think he's spotting for somebody tonight. Stopped in, gave her a fist bump in the window. So that was pretty cool to see Steve McCaw getting shout-outs to a young driver that he's helped along the way.
9 late models tonight in the house at Delaware Speedway. I'll admit it, a little bit disappointed, but there are other obligations that these drivers have as well. So there may be a conflict for this particular night, but 9 is better than none. Love the late models. Here they come. Heat race number 1. 10 laps to scheduled distance. Green flag. So they come out of turn number 2. And down the back another time. And it's Logan White out front, that 21. Lloyd Rawlings to second. Paul Majors in the 14. Here comes the 53 and Brady Smith to the inside. And it'd be interesting to see the white 52 or 32 and Matt Robley. Matt was very racy the last time we saw the late models. Got into a couple of altercations though, but that 32 was on rails and looks pretty fast again tonight.
Yeah, I think that 32 is going to have a great showing here tonight. Hopefully Matt can park this car in victory lane. Matt's been working hard the last few years. He's had his ups and his downs with some technical problems, and he's just had a great car the last few weeks, so I really would like to see that 32 in victory lane.
Logan White looking very loose in turn number 4. Smith looking to take advantage of the inside. Brady Smith in that 53. Robley's up to 3rd now. Rawlings in 4th, Major in 5th. And new leader, Brady Smith, out of turn number 2 and down the back will grab the lead. The 21 of Logan White will fall to 2nd. The front 4 all together, Robley and Rawlings there now. 6 to go. Late model heat race number 1. Robley not content. What we saw a couple of weeks ago from Matty is he had a really fast car, but he got really aggressive early and got himself into a couple of altercations. And one of them is diving down into the corner. Very late braking. Got into it with Jesse Kennedy a couple of weeks ago. In the feature, he was coming to the front in a hurry, and he's coming to the front in a hurry right now. Matt Robley to the inside of Logan White for position. Robley with the preferred line into turn number 3. Will grab the 2nd spot and try and track down the leader, the 53 of Brady Smith.
Yeah, that car is on rails. Interesting to see if Robley's able to catch Smith before the end of this race. I think we told you that we had 9 cars, but I think that I see 5 more down on the lane because the 52 hasn't quite lined up yet. So we might have 10 cars in attendance tonight, which is better than 9, and we'll take it.
I did not see Jake Sheridan from my vantage point here, but yes, that makes 10. That's fantastic. Brady Smith continues to lead here. Robley trying to track him down. Rawlings to the inside now, the 21 of White for the 3rd position. Paul Major running all by himself in the 5th spot. 2 laps to go. Late model heat race number 1. There you see the battle for 3rd. They'll dive into turn number 1. White in the 21, Rawlings in the 69, out of turn 2 and down the back. Rawlings up to the door now. And will look to stay there as they'll go under braking into turn number 3, white flag in the Speedway. The 53 of Brady Smith looks pretty strong as well. And we'll grab the white flag. Up the hill in turn 2 and down the back another time. The 53 Brady Smith, the 32 Matt Robley. Your front 2. And Smith's going to come around and take the checkered flag. Late model heat race number 1 to the 53 of Brady Smith. Robbie will finish second. White third, Rawlings fourth. And Major will round out the running order in the 5th spot. There you see heat race number 1 winner, the 53 of Brady Smith.
Matt Robley running the fastest time in that heat race, but it still wasn't enough. Started a little bit further back in the pack, so it'll be interesting to see how those two swap spots during the feature.
From 153 to another 53, let's check in with Phil Gibbons.
Hey guys, down here with Kara. She just won her first heat win, I believe, in this car. Came up out of the bone stocks. Now you're driving full-size cars. How you feel right now?
I feel pretty good. Feel really excited and ready for the feature.
That being said, are you changing anything with this car tonight, or are you just going to leave it the same?
I think we're going to tighten it up. It's still a little loose, and we'll see what that does. Hope for the best. It's going to cool off a little bit, so it should help the car in the long run. So
there you go, guys. You have Kara Martin, first heat win in a V8 stock. Back to you.
Just before we go to break, I just want to say how proud I am of Kara. A couple years ago, she's still young, so a couple years ago, going through the Junior Late Model Class at Grand Bend interview, they teach the kids there how to interview. You would know that too. And she, she would give us those 1-word, 2-word answers. That was a fantastic interview by the V8 Stock Heat Race winner. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we are back for another incredible season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're going to tour some amazing backyards. We're going to meet up with some great folks, and we're going to cook some incredible food. Join us Thursdays at 7:30 for Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet, and we are counting down already to a couple of weeks from now. If you're interested, Monster Truck Throwdown happening at Delaware Speedway, July 18th and the 19th. The tickets are still available at DelawareSpeedway.com. We're getting set for late model heat race number 2. Johnny Arts looking to get a draft off the pace car, apparently. Was really tucked in behind the rear deck lid of that 43 pace car driven by Gary Adrianson. The 22 is Marshall Schrenk. The 10 is Jesse Kennedy. The 03 is Ray Morneau. The 52 is Jake Sheridan. And to answer your question from the pre-race show, Kyle Steckley is not here.
I didn't think that I saw him in practice. And I didn't really see him, but I'm not very tall, so sometimes these race haulers definitely get in my
tough race for
vantage point.
Steckley. I heard last Saturday, was it here at Delaware Speedway? Last lap pass or a couple laps to go, was it?
It was on the last lap. Pritico went to the inside.
Give him a little bump and run, was it?
Yeah.
It's racing, isn't it?
Robbins Racing.
Robbins Racing. Here they come out of turn number 4. Johnny Arts will send him to the line in that green number 30 in the Liuna pits tonight. And he'll lead him into turn number 1. Schrenk will fight back on the outside. This should be a pretty good heat race. Sheridan will have to do some work to get by these cars, though. Kennedy to the inside of Morneau for third. They got loose, and Sheridan will grab a 3 wide on turn number 4. Jesse Kennedy got real loose and went right up into the door of the 03 of Morneau. Now Johnny Arts is loose in the 30, and Schrenk will grab the lead. Under braking into turns number 3 and 4. Schrenk will lead. Arts to second. Morneau to the inside now. The Arts machine. Almost contact. You saw the smoke out of the left front of the 03. Ray had a hammer on the brakes there. Almost he would have wrecked right into the rear bumper of the 30. Sheridan to the inside of Morneau for position. Out of turn 4 they come. And Sheridan is there. Jake Sheridan, winner of the last late model feature race. Now Jesse Kennedy is there. Sheridan trapped in the middle, and he'll have to check up. And Kennedy will get to the inside. Look out, contact there as well. Right front of the 10, left rear of the 52. This is at the back of the heat race. Morneau, Sheridan, and Kennedy. Meanwhile, Schrank is gone to the races. No pun intended. Out by 12 car lengths on the 30 of Johnny Arts. Good battle for the third spot. 5 to go this time on.
If this is the heat race, I look forward to the feature.
Absolutely. Morneau's kind of left that battle. Sheridan and Kennedy still engaged. Down the back stretch. There you saw the gap. Now you're back to Sheridan and Kennedy for 4th. Out of turn number 4, Jesse Kennedy right there. Right under the rear decklet of the 52, but Jake will keep that spot. And Jesse looking to go here. Out of turn number 2. Trying to get to the inside. And Sheridan will outbrake him into turn number 3. Almost contact again in turn number 4. And Kennedy with position now, I believe. Sheridan forced to enter the corner high. And Kennedy will draw to the door now. Almost even. Middle of the backstretch into turn number 3. Battle for 4th on your screen. And Kennedy will grab the spot. Oh, and Sheridan turned him around. Sheridan went right under the rear deck of the 10 and spun him. In turn number 3, you saw it right there. That's the shot we had for you. Sheridan broke early, dove underneath the rear deck of the 10 and spun him around for a caution.
Here's the replay of it here. Going down the back stretch. Kennedy has the inside. They go into the corner.
I think they touched there too. Sheridan might have been pretty upset. Watch this. Almost lifted the 10 right off the track.
Yeah, Sheridan goes to dive to the inside. A little early for a crossover, but
if we get that shot again, I think there was contact going into turn 3. You saw the 10 kind of shiver a little bit and come back down the track. I think he might have got into Jake going into turn number 3, and obviously the 52 issued with that. Is this the same shot? Yeah, watch and see if there's contact here, Kate.
Watch the front wheel of the 10 to see if it goes up. There it is.
Yeah, there was some contact, because then Jesse, that car's a little loose going into turn number 3, and he's trying to correct it. And then Jake goes right underneath the 10 car and almost lifts the 10 right off the track and spins him around for a caution with 3 to go. So the 10 still in the pits, and they're working on it right now. Not a big penalty technically for the 52. There's only 5 cars in the heat race, and Jake will be sent to the back. Looking at the left front of the 10 machine here, and just a quick look behind the right front as well. Check the toe on that race car as well. Maybe bring the jack around here. Are they going to lift the 10 up on both sides? I think Jesse might be done for the heat race. Yeah, they're going to put it up on stationary jacks here. And I think the 10 might be done for the heat, with Marshall Schrank leading Arts in 2nd, Morneau 3rd, and Sheridan in 4th. So obviously important enough issues on the 10 to not return for the heat race here. White flag being displayed this time by.
Want to go sign being given to your field of 4 left here for Experience Camping late model race number 2. Their 35-lot feature.
I mean, for the 10, might as well make sure that everything's good to go for the feature. There's only 5 cars. You're going to be at the back. If you don't think that something feels right, why not fix it now and join the tail end of the feature?
Good point, and that was a huge jump by the 22, up by a car length and a half at the line. Wow, Sheridan to the outside will try and grab the 2nd spot from the 30 of Arts. What a start by the 22 of Schrank. Sheridan fighting on the outside, though. Jake historically has liked the outside here at Delaware Speedway, especially when they put in that second groove a couple of years ago. Still door-to-door for that second spot. We have 1 lap to go this time by. You're almost 3 wide out of turn number 4. Morneau wants to play there as well. Sheridan, Arts, Morneau all for second spot, and Schrenk out front. Down the back another time. There's your gap. Sheridan with a half a car length lead will try and outbreak Arts into the turn 3 for position. Arts fighting back. Schrenk's going to win the heat race. Who's got second? It'll be Sheridan, followed by Arts and Morneau in the 4th spot to round out the running order for the late model heat race number 2. There you see the heat race winner, the 22 of Marshall Schrenk. One caution in that late model heat race for the contact between the 52 and the 10.
Yeah, Schrenk definitely got a good restart there and then watched everybody battle behind him, so worked out well for him. You guys keep fighting back there, and I'm just going to drive away.
Bone Stock B Main coming up next. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Steve McCaw from Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Welcome to the 2025 race season. From the Ray Cullen Chevrolet family, we are excited about another great year.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out impaired driving. Whether you're out on the town or just hanging out with friends, drink responsibly. Always have a plan for a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your friends. You'll be helping to shut out impaired driving.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet, getting set for the Bone Stock B Main. Chris Soares, Cape Frio, top of the tower. Time to check in at trackside with the third member of our team tonight, Phil Givens. Phil?
Hey guys, down here in the late model pits, 53, Brady Smith. Brady, you got that heat win there. You got some speed. Are you going to continue this for the night?
Yeah, car felt pretty good there. Honestly, we had a wreck a couple weeks ago, got caught up in somebody else's mess. Had a part failure last week there, 2 weeks ago when we raced last. So we were scrambling, got the car ready like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. So we didn't really expect this. We were just kind of happy to get out here. But yeah, the car was hooked up there. That's the best it's felt in a long time. So I'm happy with it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Small family-owned team, right? What are you going to do for the feature here? You know, you're showing some speed. Are you going to do any changes?
Yeah, probably not too much. This thing always seems to tighten up a little bit in the feature. So maybe a few small adjustments with Packers, and won't go too crazy. Pretty happy with it now, so it always feels good to run with some of these guys. Yeah, like you said, we're a small team, an old chassis out here with small budget compared to a lot of the guys we race against, so we all work hard at this, so it's satisfying when we get a reward finally.
There you have it, guys. Brady Smith, small family-owned team, as you can see here with his daughter. Back to you upstairs.
Yep, checking out to make sure Dad is okay. Welcome back, top of the tower. Chris Soares, Kate Friel, just working on the order for the Bone Stock B Main. Thoughts on the racing thus far in this gorgeous Friday night?
So far, it's been a great night of racing. We've seen some entertaining Bone Stock races, lots of swapping of positions. The V8 stocks, we saw Kara Martin take a heat race win with so many breakouts between the two heat races, so that was kind of exciting. Gives us lots of math to do up here and figuring out who finished where, but we're on the ball for Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you think track conditions are going to change? Are they going to change as the night progresses here when the sun goes down?
Depending on when they start rolling off. The sun is kind of starting to set, but it hasn't cooled off too much.
Right.
So how much heat are we still going to keep in the track, especially for the bone stocks? If they're going after the late models put a lot of heat back into this track. So will their cars change that much? Should they be aware of that? Will they make the proper adjustments? Remembering that normally they're one of the first ones on the grid. So they don't have the V8 stocks and the late models going before them normally. So that can make a difference too. So who will pick up on that and make sure that they run that way? But the late models have been entertaining tonight. I am so excited for that feature.
More to come on the other side of the break. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
Hi.
Jack 102.3, playing hits of the 80s, 90s, and more. So you can have the time of your life again. And again. For hits of the 80s, 90s, and more, listen to Jack 102.3.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Orrs, Kate Friel, top of the tower. Phil Givens filling in for Jeremy McGrady this evening down the trackside. Thanks for joining us on Rogers TV and on our YouTube feed. Appreciate you spending some time with us tonight on this Friday, July the 4th. And we wish happy 4th of July, Independence Day, to our neighbors south of the border. All of our neighbors. We're not prejudicial. All of our neighbors south of the border, including my family, my sister's family, who just left after a week-long visit here in the area, heading back to Los Angeles, California. Safe trip to them as well. Getting set for the Bone Stock B main, and Justin Culver will lead the field to the green here. Gary Triska outside row number 1. And we'll throw it over to Kate Friel to call this race for you.
Green flags in the air. Justin Culver and Triska pretty even off the line going into turn 1. Triska's on the outside holding his own. Culver on the inside. Rockwood coming into fray there in the 97. 26 is Nathan Rea, and the 51 is Tom Hughes. That's your top 5 so far. It'll be Triska at the line. Culver's still hanging on tight on the inside. They're 2x2. Rockwood's giving Triska a good push through 1 and 2. Culver on the inside, and looks like Rockwood's going to take that lane with him. So Culver, Rockwood on the inside. Nathan Rea is going to join on that train.
Yeah, the 97 of Rockwood, I don't think started his heat race. He was at the back at the end of the lap timing scoring, but never took a lap. So had to go obviously through the B main.
Culver, Rockwood, Triska, Rea, Hughes. Carter Nickel is in 6th, and Sarah Lawrence is in 7th so far. Culver's getting a nice little gap. We call him the B-Main Bandit for a reason. He's at the front. Right to the inside of the 58 of Triska. That's a race for 3rd. Ray able to come away with that spot. Ray slid into that spot, and Triska is going to happily sit in 4th, but he's going to look to the inside and see if he can make it work down there. Rhea washed up the track just a little bit.
Live timing and scoring with Rogers TV right across the top for you. 11 to go.
Triska to the inside. The 26 and Nathan Reyes slides up the track. Triska not able to get the run that Reyes down the front stretch. Will fall back in there and look to the inside. It looks like Rhea is really washing up in the corners, and Triska is taking that to his advantage the best he can, but just does not have the horsepower down the backstretch.
Yeah, that's the only real battle for position, is that battle for third on your screen right now.
Culver, Rockwood, and then the battle you see on your screen, the 26 of Nathan Rhea and the 58 of Gary Triska. Here's the gap. There's Culver. There's Rockwood. And outside frame is the third and fourth car. Here they come. Halfway through this race, 8 laps to go. Culver in the lead. The B-Main bandit himself, with Rockwood sitting in second.
Yeah, slowly but surely that lead for the 78 increasing just a little bit at a time. And that battle for third remains. Rhea trying to protect against Triska.
Culver's times are about a 10th quicker, which does make a difference, and especially keeping that lead. But we've got a slow car in the front stretch. The 69.
Oh, smoke coming out of the 69, Kate. You are right. The PT Cruiser coming to a stop, cannot get to the entrance of the pits in turn number 1, and caution is going to come out.
Yeah, lots of smoke coming out of that car. You can see it right there on your screen on the front end.
And the safety crew asking, do you just need a push? And the driver confirmed that. That is Bradley Marchand in the 69 PT Cruiser.
And that is not what the 78 wanted to see. 97 might be appreciative. Be able to get a little bit on that gap.
That's going to bring Cody Newby out of retirement right there.
And top 10 will transfer. Well, you can, we just got a whiff of that odor from the 69 up here. Definitely issues underneath that PT Cruiser.
Well, wait a minute.
So top 10 will transfer right now. The 10th spot belongs to the 92 of Ryan Houston.
No, I don't think he went quick. I'm showing 22.
Culver chooses the outside.
And the I'll give the good news and the bad news as far as Ryan Houston. The bad news is Ryan Houston's in the final transfer spot of 10th. The good news is there's only 10 cars on the racing surface, so he's okay for right now.
28.2.
But if there's an 11th car come out,
Marchand, now the fastest,
then he's got to protect.
Cruiser driver.
Right now, everybody on the racetrack will transfer. There you see the front row. Rockwood in the 97, Culver on his outside. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace car.
Let's see if the choice to take the outside works in Culver's favor.
One of the 3 companies that helps out on Friday nights.
Green flag in the air. This is the B main for the Bone Stocks. Rockwood's on the inside, holding his own. Culver on the outside. Decided to take the outside off of the start, giving Rockwood the inside. Seems to work out for Justin Culver. He's back in the lead. Rockwood in second. Gary Triska was able to slide into that third spot. Nathan Rhea in fourth. And in fifth place, the 52 of Carter Nickel.
Yeah, Triska was happy for a caution flag, was able to pass the 26 as mentioned. For the third spot, was in fourth when the caution flew.
It looks like the 92H of Ryan Houston has gone to the pits.
How about this penny? Is that a crinkle in the front left of her car, Jordan? Just a crease. Just a little crease. A little up top.
The 78 of Justin Culver got a little bit loose there. Rockwood's in second. Triska in third. 5 to go.
Justin Culver, comfortable in the advantage, the San Antonio special. He'll work down to the back.
Justin Culver down the backstretch. Rockwood's looking pretty good. Closing that gap just a little bit.
And Rhea trying to get to the inside of Triska for third.
Triska and Rhea having a good battle this B main.
Oh, Carter Nickel into the pits. In the red 52, the Earl Ross replica paint job, and problems for the Nickel machine.
Your front four, roll about half straight away in front of you. 3 and 4 they'll work.
Justin Culver coming this time by 3 to go. Culver, Rockwood, Triska, Rhea, your top 4 have definitely created a gap. In 5th place is Tom Hughes. But we've kind of got 2 groups there at the front, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. There's at least a car length in between each of those. 2 to go to the B main Bandit. Triska washed up the track coming out of 2.
McCall Racing Enterprises, white flag getting set to fly.
1 to go. Gap closing in between Triska and Rhea. Justin Culver down the back stretch. There's a good gap there. As long as he makes it through these corners, I think it's going to be the 78 of Justin Culver taking the checkered flag, followed by Rockwood, Triska, and Rhea. And 5th will be the 51 of Tom Hughes.
Everybody on the track will qualify for the A main, plus the 2 drivers that did not finish if they can restart. Carter Nickel and Ryan Houston. Let's check in trackside with Phil Gibbons.
Hey guys, down here in Bone Stock Pits again with number 8, Charlie Van Hooven. I think I got it right, or somewhat closer than most. That heat race, very chaotic for you. 9th place finish. In your eyes, what happened there?
I don't really know. Cars were all over the track, and I was just trying to play it safe. I knew I was in the main, and I was happy with that, so I was just trying to hang back and not wreck up the car.
Yeah, you know what, when we look across the pits over there at the 03, that's the guy you're kind of chasing right now. What's your plan for the feature, with these next, 25 laps?
Obviously just keep it clean, right? Like, you don't really think about it when you race. Like, obviously we're battling with them, but out there I'm just, battling for every position and trying to get up front the best I can.
Now, another thing that a lot of people watching probably won't know, but every time you win, you got 3 in a row. There's some pretty heavy lead blocks over there. We're looking at 100 pounds on the passenger side floor. Charlie, what's that make it drive like?
When I come in, the car just wants to slide right to the top of the racetrack, and it's really tough to get the car down on the inside, but I guess it's part of racing.
There you have it, everybody. Charlie's sitting second in points, chasing Matt Langford. And back to you upstairs.
That's an awesome interview, and I'm glad Phil documented the added weight. He said 100. I thought it was 50. So that's some definitely added weight for sure. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mario Elia, host of Keeping London Healthy here on Rogers TV. Join us Wednesdays at 6:30 where we discuss health topics relevant to you and bringing on experts in the field to give you the best, most up-to-date information. See you then.
In The Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London. The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Good evening, Chris Soares, Kate Friel. We're going to check in with Phil momentarily. I believe he has the current points leader and defending champ of the Bone Stock division. Yes, we have him right now. Let's go trackside to Phil.
Down here with the 03, Matt Langford. Matt, you know what? It was cool. I got to see firsthand you travel up to Sauble Speedway last weekend and have some success up there. Tell me how that takes away and helps your mentality for points racing here at Delaware Speedway.
Well, to be honest, we just went up to Sauble just to have some fun and, you know, check another track off the list. And fortunately, it worked out that we came away with the win. And I just want to say, anybody who's thinking of going up to Sauble Speedway, do it. It's a great track. But I think, Phil, part of the mentality of being on a faster track here helped me be really aggressive in the corners. That's my take from it anyways.
Yeah, for sure. And in that heat race, everybody was bunched up. It looked like you and Charlie were struggling to get through the pack. What's your plan for the feature? You're probably starting a little bit farther back. So, yeah, what's the game plan?
Yeah, I think we should probably be starting anywhere from 12th to 14th tonight. So just going to kind of keep up with the 17 Colin Wilms and the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven and just keep it in one piece. Got Layuna up there tonight. I think we have about 500 people, so I'm going to give it my all.
There you have it. There's Matt Langford in the 03. Back upstairs.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll be right back. More to come. There you see former flagman Scott Mackey in the white shirt and current flagman Aiden all dressed and ready to go. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
In baseball, there's nothing more important than making it home.
George Springer has tied the game.
Doesn't matter how you get there.
It's gone!
But I do it with style.
Boy, has he got some kind of power.
And a little swagger, too.
Because no matter where you happen to be,
there's only one place.
Jays fans call home.
Sportsnet.
Sportsnet, home of the Blue Jays.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There you see the past and the present, Scott Mackey and Aiden Flagman, and joined by one of two track announcers here at Delaware Speedway, Jamie Maudsley. Thoughts on the first half of the evening?
Pretty good so far. The Bone Stock racing has been lights out. Late models, Jesse Kennedy was fast in practice, got spun there in the heat race. Don't know what happened to the car, but Kyle Steckley came in tonight leading points. He's not here. We're going to have a new point leader tonight. Is it going to be Morneau? Is it going to be Sheridan? Does Jesse Kennedy bounce back from that heat race problem?
Yeah, the Bone Stock story is pretty interesting as well. The defending season champ now back in the points lead. Langford, 100 pounds added to the 8 machine tonight after winners of 3 in a row.
He's been on a roll, but he's still got the championship belt, though.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you looking forward to as far as the features get underway here? Why the switch, the late models running feature race number 2, the Bone Stocks feature race number 3? Any particular backstory to that you know of, Jamie, or is just the way it's going to go tonight?
I think it just might be because a bunch of the Bone Stocks ran that B main in the middle of the program, so we're going to line them up at the end.
So what do you think about the features coming up? Anything to look for as far as our viewers are concerned?
I would watch that 52. He's been the hottest guy in the province the last month. He's won 2 features here at Delaware Speedway, podium last week at the Canada Day race, and a win at Peterborough a few weeks ago. He's the talk of the town.
Always a pleasure to talk racing with you, my friend. Let's check in trackside with Phil Gibbons.
I'm down here with the 03, Ray Monroe. Ray, you know what? I just wanted to get your thoughts tonight. You prepared last Saturday night for 100 laps with the APC series. What kind of changes do you have to make to have the mentality for a 35 lap heat race or feature race?
Well, it's there's no time for waiting around. Last weekend we waited till like lap 70, and that's when we started picking it up. This week we got to go. We're right when we started picking it up. That's our feature length. So we got to go right from the start and start picking them off one by one.
You know what? Tonight's a kind of a bit of a surprise. 22 is Steckley never showed up, and what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a really, really good car that's not here. Wasn't sure whether he was going to be here or not, so it sucks. We don't have that many cars. Would have been nice to have another car out, but it's just another spot that I don't have to fight for with the 22. I know he'd be up front.
Perfect. There you have it from the 03 Ray Monroe. Back to you upstairs.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thoughts on, first of all, Jamie Mosley stopping by and what he had to say in an interview with Ray Monroe.
It's always good to have Jamie up here. I call him the veteran of the two announcers here at the track. So he travels to a lot of tracks, so it's always good to see his insight from different tracks, how drivers have done in different tracks, and then how it relates back here.
Yeah, DelawareSpeedway.com, race fans, plenty to come. If you go to the website next week, Ontario Sportsman Series, Bone Stocks, another King of the Hill. That's the second King of the Hill in 3 weeks, because we did one last week here on Rogers TV. You run what you drove to the racetrack. One lap, you win and you're in, you lose and you're gone. July the 18th and 19th, we will not be with you because of the doubleheader for the monster truck throwdown here at Delaware Speedway, and motocross, freestyle motocross, also for 2 days, July 18th and 19th here. All the ticket information, everything you need to know at the DelawareSpeedway.com. We're going to lead off with the V8 stock feature race coming up. They're just lining up on pit road. What do you expect from that feature, Kate?
I expect the V8 stocks to entertain us like they did in the heats.
Absolutely.
How many people are going to break out? How conservative are they going to play it? Are some of the guys who broke out multiple times going to be more cautious? Is everybody going to try to gauge off of each other again? Who's going to try and make the moves? I think the first lap is going to be the craziest.
Yeah.
As usual, I think that Jesse Kennedy's hoping that they take their sweet time, because it looks like there's a lot of tires off that car, and they're doing a lot of work. So they're hoping that this takes a little bit longer after the intermission so that they can get it going.
We'll find out on the other side of the break. More to come. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febri. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university, so they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care of my guys. So even when I know they're not driving, sometimes that means bringing them a little surprise. And then they had a drink to me.
Brought to you by Smart Serve Ontario and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Soares, Kate Friel. Thanks for spending part of your Friday night with us. Just on the tail end of the intermission, and we saw before we went to break, Kate, the shot of the 10 pit. A lot of work going on Jesse Kennedy. And I asked you on commercial, and it was a great discussion, but I want to put it on air now. Why so much work for a car that looked like it barely got spun out? And take us through what your mindset was on that.
So when these cars go around, normally when you spin anyways, you're going to put pressure to some point of the car more than others. The way that 10 car, we talked about how it almost looked like it got almost lifted, right? So you get that back end jacked up and then you're spinning. Well, that put all that pressure on that right front tire. You can see them going to work on it. You can see that they're switching some parts. I think they're doing a little bit of work on the rear end too, so I'm not sure if when it got lifted, did it spin? Did things shift? Who knows, except for them. I'm just going by what I'm seeing and how that car would have rolled through the way that it did.
The other driver that was involved with Jesse standing by with our Phil Givens right now. Let's check in trackside.
Yeah, I'm down here with the 52, Jake Sheridan. Jake, second place in that heat race. what changes are going on here with the 52 to get you ready for the feature?
Yeah, we just don't really feel like we're digging quite, in the tires tonight here. So we just got a couple things going on, got a little more turn, and we're starting some drive off, just typical late model things. But yeah, we got some changes coming up, and sun's coming down. This thing usually works pretty good here in the nighttime, so hopefully we got a good baseline down.
Perfect, thanks. We'll head back upstairs with Kate and Chris.
Thank you so much, Phil and Jake.
We're getting all
for
set
the
for
V8 stock feature coming up. So 21.1 second breakout rule. Explain to our viewers what the breakout rule again is, Kate.
So these cars cannot go faster than a 21.1 second lap. So if they go 21.099, they do have to do a stop and go penalty on the backstretch where you see the cars just went through. They're going to stop there. They're going to keep going after they have stopped and rejoin this race. We saw lots of breakouts during the heat race. These guys are hoping for not as many this time in the feature. I will definitely be watching all of those lap times as they cross. But it is great to see this car count going up. That's what we want to see, is car counts going up. This V8 stock class is so unique to any other because you can bring whatever you've got that's got a V8 in it and get it ready.
We've seen
and
trucks
join
race.
this.
Devin Blumenthal races his truck.
We've had the truck race. We had Mike Howard jump in that machine for a race as well for point purposes. That 3-car did look super fast tonight, so interested to see how he does this race, especially with the fact that he kind of got stung by the breakout.
But you made a good point, though. It's the most important lap is the first lap, because you start from a caution pace speed and you can gun it for the entire half a mile. Then you got to bring your strategy into play. Do I want to be aggressive through the first 2 turns or the last 2 turns to stay under that breakout?
Yeah, gauging off of everybody else too is definitely a huge part of it. But is that guy messing with you? Is he gonna break out? That's all part of it. And these guys are pushing these cars, but they also have to be careful. So that's what's so cool about this V8 stock class at Delaware Speedway is this breakout rule. It's entertaining for us as fans, but they're about to go green.
Yes, here they come on to turn 4. Kate will watch our lap times. V8 stock feature for 25 laps. Green flag for the half mile in Delaware. It's Orr on the inside, Jeff Ferguson on the high side, Howard in the 3rd spot. Karen Martin challenging on the outside for 4th, and she'll grab 4th. Here they come to complete lap number 1. Should be 0 breakouts here. Credit that lap to Ferguson. Ferguson turned to 22.03 on the opening lap. So now they got to pace themselves. Morris up to 4th by Kara Martin. The points leader, Mart, back in 6th right now is Watson. Here they come. First lap at speed. And we'll look to Kate for a thumbs up. We get it, and we're good to go. Front 3 trying to get away. Watson pressuring Martin for 5th just off screen. There's your front 3 coming out of turn number 4. Ferguson, Orr, and Howard. And still everybody good. Morris trying to bridge that gap to the front 3. And Jordan Morris did a good job in that 73, but he needs to be careful. Needs to pace himself. You get up there in a hurry, then you're definitely racing a fast lap. Here they come. Howard to the inside for 2nd. And the 95's in trouble. And problems on that left front of the Orr machine. And we might have a caution here, still green, and we're gonna get a caution. Orr's gonna stop in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and caution on the speedway.
I think it's a right side tire.
Oh, right side? Because I saw smoke coming off the left. Looks like is that left look like it's down? No. I saw smoke coming off the left front.
Yeah, right side tire is what I'm hearing from the truck. They've got more camera angles at one spot than we do.
Maybe he was just hammering on the brakes and why we saw that smoke from the left front. But I agree with you, right front tire down.
Well, let's look at the replay here.
unless there was a tire rub on the left front as well, in addition.
I think he's waiting for everybody to get by so he can duck down into the inside.
Oh,
right side tire. Yeah, something's definitely broke.
Yeah, almost coming right off. So I think Lucas is maybe trying to hammer on the brakes here. We'll see some smoke. There's the smoke on the left front.
Yeah, so now you're going to start getting the body of the tire rub on the left side. So
Yeah.
that's what you did see. But yeah, definitely right side issue on the 95 headed to the pits.
So caution on the Speedway, 4 laps complete in this V8 stock 25 lap feature. And the leader is the 23 of Jeff Ferguson. Mike Howard in second, Jordan Morris third, Barry Watson up to fourth, Martin and Patrick fifth and sixth respectively. Then it's
Barry
the
Watson as well as the 73 of Jordan Morris are running real fast, real early, 21.113 for Barry Watson and a 21.155
replay here
for Morris. Yeah. We're definitely broke on that right front. See it let go right there.
Yeah. So the ore machine in the pits as the lights come off the Delaware Speedway pace car. The 11 of Taggart and Doug Stewart, 8th and 9th respectively.
He's on the inside, Mike Howard in that beautiful.
So here we're getting set here with 21 laps still to go in this V8 stock feature race. Out of turn 4 they come. They'll look to the flag stand. And green flag, we're racing with the V8 stocks. Slow start for Watson, and Watson might lose a couple of spots. Ferguson on the inside, Howard on the outside, Morris in the 73, Martin in the 53, Watson in the 45 to go 3 wide for the lead. Remember, you can go full out in this opening lap and see how many positions you can grab. Front 4 all bunched together. Here comes Howard on the outside, and Mike Howard will grab the lead. And not even his fastest lap, and he grabs the lead. Now he's got to pace himself. He's really getting out there now. He's got to be careful here. 21.1 seconds is your bar right there. You go faster, which is a lower number, you're going to get penalized. He's going to speed here. He's got to. Oh, he's good.
21.158.
Wow. Ferguson is loose as a goose in second spot. Watson to the outside of the 23. 73 is Morris. And that battle for second. Here they come into turn 4 for the lap. Almost 3 wide. It is 3 wide for second. Oh my goodness!
101.
21.101. 1/1000th of a second to the good for the leader, Mike Howard in the 3. Are you kidding me? Oh, we got a big turn. Kara Martin's around in the backstretch with smoke. Ironically, right in front of our sponsor for tonight, the La Uniside, and Martin brings out caution number 2 for the V8 stocks. After winning her very first heat race here at Delaware Speedway, the 53 of Kara Martin, second caution.
So I think the 3 car of Howard was smoking a little bit, so I'm going to keep an eye on the 3 car. See if
That's
it's
the second
a tire rub.
That's the second closest time you can get without breaking out, right? Because if you're at 21 flat, you're still good. That's the rule.
21.1.
21.1, you're still good.
Yeah, flat would still be good. So 21.101.
That's the second
You're
fastest time
playing
you
with
can get.
fire now.
Wow.
I mean, if you could manage to run that consistently, I would be super impressed
Absolutely.
without breaking out. But
21.101. Wow. Obviously his fastest time of the feature as they still work on the 53 car in the backstretch of Kara Martin. And we have 7 laps complete in this V8 stock feature out of the 25 scheduled laps, my apologies. Mike Howard, your leader. The season points leader, Barry Watson in second. Then it's Ferguson, Morris, and 11 at Taggart, your top 5. And Martin's going to roll away here. Patrick, Martin, Randy Martin, Doug Stewart, the 5 of Chuck Menzie, and Jesse Herzl. Sorry, Chuck Menzie running out the top 10. And Kara's going to roll into the pit area. She might be done for the night in that 53 machine. They'll do a little cleanup on that backstretch area. And now the safety crew will roll away. So we should see a white this time by to stack them and repack them here in the V8 stock feature.
Mom's already done 2 minutes worth of work, and the last guy's getting off the trailer, Jordan. Mom is on it.
Mike Howard leading so far. Looks like the 53 of Kara Martin is going to return here.
If you haven't set your racing schedule, we'll be back in action Friday night on Terra Sportsman Series event number 2 of the year here in Delaware. It'll be the last chance to see
I was
the
coughing
OSS cars
and I get
at the half mile in 2025. The lift-hill material handling bone stocks also in action.
All right, good to see the 53 of Kara Martin returning to the track.
Spectator racing next Friday night. For a $10 donation, you can take your streetcar for
And white flag going to be displayed this time at the line. And they'll double up here with Howard and Watson on the front row. Ferguson and Morris row number 2. Taggart, Patrick row 3. Randy Martin and Stewart row number 4. Kara Martin and Chuck Menzie row number 5. So Kara will get her spot back ahead of the no, she'll start at the back actually. So it'll be the Menzie and Herzl in row number 5. All right, getting set. 18 laps still to go here. V8 stock feature from Delaware Speedway. Chris Soares, Kate Friel, top of the tower. Phil Gibbons down trackside. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Here they come out of turn number 4. Green flag. We're racing with the V8 stocks. Love the car count. This division, Kate was saying off air how it's grown over the last couple years. They can go full out here in that lap 1, and Watson will dive to the inside. Crossover, trying to get to Howard, and Howard will hold him off in turn number 4. Morris to the outside of Watson for second spot. You heard some of the rev limiters on those vehicles. Oh, loose! Howard's all over the place, almost collected Morris, and Watson will grab the lead. Morris will outbreak both of them into turn number 3, and Morris is fishtailing through the corner. Watson will lead this lap.
Take a look at the 3 car going into this corner here. You're going to see a little bit of smoke happening. There's a little bit of smoke coming out of the back of the 3.
He was very loose last time through turns 1 and 2, side by side for the lead. Replay, Kate.
Here's a 3 going into turns 1 and 2, and you see that little bit of smoke that we're talking about. That car gets real loose, snaps it loose, and cars go either side.
The 3 car looks racy again, though, trying to stay with the leader side by side for the lead. Watson on the inside, Morris on the outside. Now you get into the groove where everyone's trying to stay inside that or outside that 21.1 range. So it's like a parade lap at speed, because you can't really pass, because if you're passing, that means you're going faster than everybody else, which in turn might cost you the breakout. That's the whole secret to this type of racing. Morris in the 73, Watson 45, Howard in the 3. They work turns 1 and 2 up the hill in turn 2 and down the back. And in a gaggle of 5 cars for fourth spot, Patrick, Ferguson, Taggart, Martin, and Stewart. Morris with the edge in the lead coming out of turn number 4. Everybody good. Thumbs up from Kate as the leaders work the backstretch another time. 11.5 to go. Now Patrick has left that battle and has found himself alone in fourth, trying to track down the leaders in that blue and white 86. Side by side, the parade lap at racing speed continues with Watson on the inside and Morris on the outside, and Howard looking for a mistake, and Martin's around in turn number 2, right in front of Menzie, and Menzie stayed off him. And the car is still on the inside apron in turn number 2. We're still green on the racetrack. And now we're going to go caution as flagman Aiden waited as long as he possibly could and then threw the yellow. And we'll get a caution on the speedway for the 52 of Randy Martin. And you can see that smoke coming off the 3 right now, either under caution speed. Definitely the 3 with some issues.
That was an old school.
Great job by Chuck Menzie to stay off of the 52. Randy spun right in front of him, coming out of turn 2 corner exit, and spun right around the front of the 5 cars. So good job by Menzie to stay off the 52 as we go to caution number 3.
And now it's just wondering, is it brakes that are making the 3 smoke? Is it a tire rub? Is it oil?
I don't know. Like if there's smoke on the straightaway, then it's not. I don't think it would be brakes. But
Unless they're sticking, right?
Yeah, that's
so,
true. That's true. Yep. Good call.
Because he was slowing down for the caution, and there was some smoke. So I see it a lot going into the corner and coming, like, rolling through the center.
White flag this time by. 11 laps to go.
I'd like to think if it is oil, that the track officials, instead of having more oil on the track, they get them off the track. So
opportunities here galore. Remember, in this type of racing with the V8 stocks and that 21.1 second breakout, your best chance to grab positions is the opening lap from a start or a restart, because you can go full blast for the entire lap and not break out because they're starting at a caution pace speed. So opportunities here for the front row and especially for the second row of Howard and Patrick, and see what they can do on this opening lap of the restart. Coming out of turn number 4. To look to the flag stand, and green flag. We're racing with the V8 stocks again. Nice start by Morris. Here comes Patrick in that 86, trying to advance a couple spots. Howard will fight back on the inside. And the field will rumble down the backstretch. Patrick's got good straightaway speed for sure. Howard tends to corner a little better, and Howard will grab the 3rd spot. Here they come. Everybody good on that lap? If somebody broke out on that lap, I would have been very, very surprised. That's a lot of speed. Morris slowing down. He felt that he was going too fast. The front 7 have pulled away now. Here they come. And King will watch the times for us. Everybody good. Doug Stewart threw his fastest lap of the race out at 21.160. Side by side for the lead. Here we go again. We'll go side by side. Parade lap with the V8 stocks at racing speed with Watson on the inside and Morris on the outside. If it stays like this,
we've got a breakout. We've got 2 breakouts. Mike Howard, Caden Patrick.
3rd and 4th respectively have broken out. That'll put Taggart up to 3rd and Stewart to 4th. So the 3 and the 86 have broken out. Everybody, that lap looked good. It'll come down to the last lap. Who's going to want to take a chance more? Watson or Morris, because they're going to stay side by side for the rest of this lap. Look at that smoke coming out of the back of that 3 car there on that stop and go. I have no troubles believing that they'll stay side by side until the last lap. If we stay green, and then we'll see who's got the nerves of steel to get a little more aggressive to win it at the line.
Breakout last time by was Kevin Wheaton.
So the 4 car breaks out as the leaders stay side by side with the 4.5 laps to go. Taggart, Stewart, and Ferguson running out the top 5. Here they come out of turn number 4. 4 to go. We got a black flag coming out, I think, here. Black flag to the 4-car of Wheaton. He needs to stop and go. Oh! Morris coming close, Kate. At 21.105 for the 73 of Morris. He's good to stay going, and the 4-car remains on the track. There's going to come a point where the 4-car is just going to stop being scored here if the 4-car doesn't pull over. They do have communications, and now Wheaton's going to stop on the backstretch for the stop and go. 2 to go this time by. Leaders out of turn 4. Yep, still side by side. They're technically actually helping themselves not break each other out by staying side by side. We'll see who's got the nerves of steel with 1 lap to go, and they'll get the white this time. The 8 stock feature coming down to the final lap. White flag. Who's going to take advantage? Who's going to push that?
To the 2 of Doug Stewart. Breakout to Jeff Ferguson.
That's 3rd and 5th respectively. 3rd and 5th will not qualify for the finish. Who's going to mash that gas a little more? Coming out of turn number 4. Here they come to the line. At the line. Morris optically will win it. And Morris will break out.
Watson breaks out.
Watson breaks out. It's going to be Taggart for the win. Jeremy Taggart in the 11. 4th on the track. Will win the feature because of the breakouts.
Wow.
So Stewart and Ferguson broke out with 2 laps to go, race fans. They did not stop and go, so they're out. Then the 2 leaders broke out at the very last lap, and they broke out, leaving the win to the 11 of Taggart. The Mike Howard machine is smoking on the backstretch. But like I said, who's going to push the gas a little more and get aggressive? They both did, and they both paid for it, Kate.
Yeah, with a 21.089 to Watson and a 21.078 to Morris. Morris did cross the line first. Watson just after, but they both broke out, so that sends us to the 11 of Jeremy Taggart winning this race.
Yeah, Taggart actually was on the track in 4th spot. Stewart was actually penalized, never stopped. You like this rule, Kate, or not?
I like this rule for the viewership of the excitement of, are they going to stay under the 21.1? As a racer, I want to go as fast as I can go. So I understand both sides of this, and I understand putting that rule in place to make sure that you have the car count.
There you see Jeremy Taggart climbing out of the 11. We're going to send it to trackside for an interview with our race winner with the Delaware Speedway's Jordan Motley.
Excellent run. Kind of fell into your lap there. Take me through your evening.
Yeah, we had an up and down after last race there. The car just wasn't handling. I was just holding on as much as I could for 1 and 2. She was horrible. 3 and 4, it was great. I was just hoping that they'd make a mistake. This one means a lot to me. On Friday, I had to put my dog down, and she was 12 and a half years old, and so this one's for her.
You got some people you want to thank here?
All my friends and family. As you can see, there's no sponsors on the car this year. We're running it just as a family-based team. So yeah, that's just my family. I'm so proud that they're here.
Jeremy Taggart brings one home down here in the...
Jeremy Taggart, your V8 stock feature race winner, one of the best interviews I've heard in a long time, and a special tribute from Jeremy. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
Join the high-energy, bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
When you think of me, you should think of fire. Fire. Risen from the ashes, again and again. When you think of me, you should think of fire.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Just a final note before we close the book on the V8 stocks tonight. Kara Martin and Randy Martin, with all that stuff that went on in the last 2 laps with the breakouts, they wound up second and third respectively in the finishing order. So good night for the Martin stable in the V8 stocks. Let's switch gears. Late models on the track for the first time in a very, very long time. They're going to be the second to last feature, and they're stopping on the straightaway for something. Do we have a special presentation or start your engines kind of thing? Or oh no, they were switched around. Schrank had to go to the inside of row 3 and put Sheridan on the outside of row 3, so they were a little...
I wouldn't be surprised
they're getting a call
if
to
there
cut
was
the engines.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a start the engines for this class, especially. There's 2 drivers in the field with
And let's go to trackside to find out more.
Jordan, you've got somebody from Laiuna down there. Let's find out about their involvement in racing, and then we'll get them to do the honors.
I do. I got Mr. Savage down here in Victory Lane. Can you give us a little insight on Laiuna?
Yeah, we're a construction union here in London. We represent over 6,000 members, and we're here to show them a good time tonight.
And he knows what he's got to do down here on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Drivers, start your engine!
The late models will roar to life here at Delaware Speedway. Kate Friel, if you had to do a drivers start your engines, what would it be like? What would you do?
Just the same as he just did. That was awesome.
Just nice and calm, or?
Oh no, you got to give it a little gusto.
That's what I'm asking. What would you do? How would you put a lot into it, or?
Oh yeah.
Would you do the Kevin James, or?
No, I'd probably just do a good old start your engines, but nice and loud.
35 laps.
Make sure they hear it in the car.
35 laps of scheduled distance for the late models here tonight, followed by the Bone Stock feature, which will run for 25 laps. There you see the pole sitter, the 53 of Brady Smith. Outside will be the 32 of Matt Robley. Good start for good starting spot for both those cars. They look fast tonight. It'll be the 69 of Rawlings and Jacobs in the 14. Oh, sorry, Paul Major in the 14. In row number 2, Schrank and Sheridan in row number 3, Arts and Morneau in row number 4, and the 10 car on the track, Kennedy and White in row number 5, getting set to turn these late models loose, and we'll expect the white flag this time by. The final thoughts on what you can expect here, what you're looking to expect in the late model feature before we turn them loose, Kate?
Matt Robley and Brady Smith had a great heat race. They're going to be fast. They get the front row, so I think that's going to be a good starting position for them. I'm interested to see what the 10 of Jesse Kennedy has left. They did have to do some work on that car. Is he going to be as fast as he was at the beginning of that heat race, or he was in practice? I'm interested to see how that 10 machine could possibly come through this field.
It's Brady Smith on the inside, Matt Robley on the outside, getting ready to turn the late models loose.
The hottest driver in the feature. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to say the 22.
Here they come into turn number 4. Looking at the flag stand. Late models set to go here at Delaware Speedway. Green flag! Great start for Smith in that 53. Robley trying to fight back on the outside in that 32. Rawlings in the 69. It's the 14 of Paul Major. And the front 2 getting away early here. Into turn 3, their goal. We'll set it down below the flag stand. Rogers TV live in the start finish. Looked like we had a car weaving back and forth at the back of that field. That was the 14 Major. Maybe some problems with that 14. Rawlings kind of holding the field up just a hair. Schrank will get by Rawlings. Robbie looking really racy. That white and blue 32 off the turn 2 and down the back. It's Smith and Raleigh out front. Shrink trying to bridge that gap from fourth all the way up to second now. It's a gap now down to about 6-7 car lengths. Two distinct exit routes for both leaders there last time through turn number 4. Rawlings putting up a good fight in the 4th position. Gets a good run off turn number 4. And we'll hold on to the spot for now. Robley gets into the back of the Smith car just a little bit. But the Brady will hold on to lead that lap. Down the back they go. Robley looking again to the inside, looking to outbreak the 53. The 53 forced high, and Matt's going to get to the inside here. Contact, and Brady will hold on to the lead another time. These two are very acquainted with each other over the last few years of racing. Meanwhile, while they're battling, the 22 of Marshall Schrenk is getting closer and closer. There you see Schrenk. He's bridged that gap almost now to the front pair. On the 52 of Sheridan, the right front, over the right front tire, the sheet metals come right off that 52, but we have had no debris caution and no debris visible on the track, but definitely something's come off that 52 car of Jake Sheridan. Back up front, the 53 is Smith, 32 is Robley. Schrenk about 5 car lengths behind Matt Robley in the 3rd spot. Then it's Arts and Kennedy up to 5th. Sheridan up to 6th. Lots of time left, 27 laps to go. Robley resetting himself for another attack. Here they come through turn 4 from our turn 4 camera. Beautiful shot there. Back to complete another lap. Smith, Robley, Schrenk, Arts, Kennedy, your front 5. Live timing and scoring across the top of your screen. And they'll work the back another time. Sheridan up to 6th and tracking down Kennedy to re-engage in that battle that we saw in the heat race. There you saw a glimpse of the white car on that trackside shot. Did you see the hole in the front right of the Sheridan machine? We got a good glimpse of it last time on that flag stand camera from Rogers TV for Jake Sheridan, currently in the 6th spot. Robley closes in again on Brady Smith. Cranking to 22. Now has lost a few car lengths. And Robley's decided to start the charge again here. Kennedy all over the back of Arts for 4th. And Arts holding them back. That's allowing Sheridan to catch that battle. And it's Smith and Robley still at the front. 22 to go this time by. Dive into turn 1, up the hill in turn 2 and down the back here at Delaware Speedway. An egg-shaped oval. Turns 1 and 2 closer together in distance than turns 3 and 4. You can carry more speed through turns 3 and 4. Kennedy up to, sorry, go ahead.
Kennedy was able to slide under Arts down the backstretch and gain that spot in 4th going into the corner, but he brings along the 52 of Sheridan as well. So Sheridan's to the inside of Johnny Arts in the middle of this field.
So the front 3 kind of separated a bit. Another shot from our trackside camera. And now Kennedy. Arts has fended off Sheridan for now. Kennedy trying to get away from that bunch and get up to the leaders. Smith, Robley, Schrenk, your top 3. Down the back another time here at Delaware Speedway. Halfway this time by, cross flanks from the flag stand for the 53 of Brady Smith. And Schrenk closing in now, and Schrenk is there. It's a 3-car battle at the front of the field. with Brady Smith holding down that one spot, and Robley wanting to get by. And Robley now starting to put the pressure on the 53 again. Matt takes a break for a couple laps, cools the tires, and then re-engages, and he's there now. And contact there with the 53, and Schrank looking to take advantage. And here comes Schrank to the inside, and Robbie will shut the door. And Matt needs to reset and focus on getting back to the leader. That's what got Matt into trouble last week with a very fast machine. Diving in the corner entry, coming in contact, and getting involved with other cars.
Yeah, these guys got spotters, and he was to the inside of that rear tire. Good on Matt for backing out of that, not collecting two cars right at the front of the field. So good patience on the 32 of Matt Robley, but I definitely don't think that he's done planning an attack on that 53.
14 to go that time by. Smith, Robley, Schrank, your top three. They'll dive into turn number 3 now, through turns 4, and back out to complete another lap at the line. Robley not only wants to attack, needs to protect, because Marshall's right there.
I think if Robley gets to the inside, Schrank's definitely going to tag right on that bumper and try to follow him through.
But for that to work, Robley's got to stay there. Right? Here he goes. He's got a good run here. Matt's got a run out of turn number 2. He's up to the door. Is he going to stay there now? And no contact again. And Brady will fight him off. That's 3 times that's happened the exact same way. Contact in turn 3. Matt's gone off the gas, and Brady's been able to keep the lead. He's running out of laps, so he got a good run out of turn 2. That time he got up to the door. 10 to go. See what kind of run the 32 gets this time out of turn number 2. Brady's too far away.
32's just got to hit his marks for the next few laps. He'll be right back on that bumper. He's running great lap times, and the car's handling great. He's right there again going into turns 1 and 2. Will he get the run down the backstretch?
There's that run. He's got the run again. Here he comes. And he breaks early this time. And Brady's allowed to keep the lead. Running out of laps. 8 to go. Marshall Schrank, your front 3. Kennedy, Arts, Sheridan remain in that top 6. Morneau, surprising for the 0-3 over a straightaway behind the lead group, is Ray Morneau with no traffic in front. There's 0-3 just a little bit off this week.
Yeah,
Robley.
so it looks like the 32 of Robley's definitely protecting his brakes right now. Look right there. You see the light up of the rotor on the left front there. It's getting hot.
He's going to have a chance for maybe one more solid attack on the 53 with 5.5 laps to go. But he needs to get up to the 53 again. Through turns 3 and 4. 5 to go. Good green flag to stick here for the late models. And Smith, Robley, Schrank, top 3. And it looks like Kennedy and Arts are tracking these guys down. Robley to the inside in turn number 4. And Smith will shut the door again, 4 to go. Kennedy and Arts might be tracking them down, Kate. They're really closing in all of a sudden.
Yeah, the 53 is definitely making that car go a couple lanes in order to maintain that lead at this point. Protecting the lead, making sure you make that car as big as you can on this track.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have time to catch the leaders. 3 to go. One more chance. Schrank is right under the rear deck lid. And now Robley's got to protect. Matt's got to come down here. Schrank into the left rear of the 32. And contact the tire rub. And Robley will keep the spot. And he'll get the call from the spotter. And he'll get contact, and Schrank will muscle Robley out of the way for second. White flag to come this time by for the 53 of Brady Smith. Schrank just muscling his way through, and Kennedy and Arts tracking Robley down now. They have definitely caught the third place car. Half a lap to go for the 53 of Brady Smith. Going flag to flag, trying to finish it off out of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air for the 53. Brady Smith wins the late model feature. Followed by Schrank, Robley, Kennedy, Archer, top 5. Sheridan, Morneau, Rawlings, Logan White, Paul Major, rounding out the top 10 in this late model feature. And Kennedy spun around on the apron at turn number 1. I didn't see what happened there. Unless he got spun by Arts. Like how else would you get spun by the car behind you, slowing down after the finish? I think we might have something here. Okay, top left by the start-finish line, viewers. That's where we want you to look when we start the replay. Kate, take us through it.
So it looks like Kennedy is braking.
Oh, he did it on his own.
Yeah, something might have let go in the rear end.
Yeah.
Or he blew up and there might be oil.
Yeah, so they're going to have a look here for liquid from just past the start-finish line into the lower entry of turn 1.
Yeah, remember how I said that it looked like they were working on something possibly in the rear end?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the rear end let go, or maybe he blew up.
Okay.
But either way, he got slick and went for a ride.
Yeah, momentarily we'll send it down trackside to hear from our late model feature race winner, the 53 of Brady Smith. Here comes the family as we are getting set for Brady's exit from the car. And there he is, the 53 of Brady Smith, the late model feature race winner tonight at the Delaware Speedway. And we'll send her trackside to Jordan Mosley.
Excellent run there, Brady. They made you earn that one. Take him through your race.
Holy smokes. That was a lot of work. Didn't quite have the car we had in the heat and the feature there. We're still using last year's tires. Kind of on a low budget out here. I can't believe we were able to win one of these things. I was just thinking when I got in here last time I won a race, the late Jared Dockstader interviewed me, so it's pretty cool. It's been a long time, but probably 10 years. I can't even remember now.
How do you use this for momentum for the rest of the season?
Well, after last week, or 2 weeks ago there, I was ready to quit. I was pretty frustrated with how things were going. We put a lot of work into this, and it sucks when you don't get the payback in the results, but nights like tonight make it all worth it.
I know you got a lot of people you want to thank.
Yeah, first off, all my guys. I got Justin here, helping me out all the time. Burr, been with me for 20 years of racing. Dave, spotter this year, last year. My wonderful wife for putting up with me working on the car all the time. My daughter Sawyer, first time in Victory Lane. Oh, all my sponsors, Twilight Acre Farms, for everything they do. We got Exeter Ford, Lincoln came on this year, Woodhull Green, Ferguson's Fancy Beans, Strive Excavating. We got Andrews Sports. It's been a while, I gotta look at the car. Delaware Farms, PVX, Straight Line Collision, ABC Sanitation, Get Cracking, Egg Farmers of Ontario, Straight Line Collision. I think that's all of them, and everybody for coming out, and it's awesome.
Brady Smith leads them all. An excellent run down here.
Brady Smith, your late model feature race winner, and that's the remnants of the 10 car Jesse Kennedy cleanup underway here at Delaware Speedway. Rogers TV presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Steve McCaw from Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Welcome to the 2025 race season. From the Ray Cullen Chevrolet family, we are excited about another great year.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. They're going to stop the Bone Stocks in turn 4. There is the hottest driver in the Bone Stock division right now, the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven. Looking for 4 in a row, Kate, but a little something different with that car tonight.
Yeah, so there's been some weight added. He's got about 100 pounds in that car. Said it is making a difference with the handling, which we talked about earlier. How
It's on the right side. They put it on the floorboard of the right side of the car.
Yeah, so it will pull the car towards the wall. So it will make handling a little bit different. You also see the 03 in that shot as well. I would call him Mr. Consistent right now. So you've got the guy winning all the races, but there you've got the points leader as well.
Yeah, and the defending series champ in the 03 of Matt Langford. Cleanup continues. A very extensive cleanup from the 10 late model of Jesse Kennedy. And we'll pause while they continue to clean up here at the half mile. Delaware Speedway Racing and Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Hey London, did you know it's the law to have working smoke alarms?
That's right, working smoke alarms save lives. Get in on the action and test yours today.
And be sure to stay in touch with us by following us on social media.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mario Elia, host of Keeping London Healthy here on Rogers TV. Join us Wednesdays at 6:30 where we discuss health topics relevant to you and bringing on experts in the field to give you the best, most up-to-date information. See you then.
How about the drama of Stanley Cup final hockey? Big game players coming up with big game plays, and these two are writing their own stories this time around. These Florida Panthers, this is like old school hockey. Sam Reinhart, the night of his life. The reign's going to continue. The Florida Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. What an experience it is to share with your teammates. This is the most exciting time for all.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing and Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Cleanup continues from a late model oil spill. Joined by former flagman. We saw him earlier on the broadcast, Scott Mackey, as Kate had to step away for a couple of minutes. You were down talking with Aiden, who's currently in the flag stand. What was that conversation like? Can you tell us about all that?
We were just talking about different races, events we've been at and stuff, and different tracks we flagged.
I would assume that you helped with the transition. You're retiring after over 30 years around a racetrack. Obviously you helped with the transition with Aiden coming in?
It was very little transition. He just stepped right in this year and asked a few questions, and I helped him whenever I can.
Yeah, Aiden currently the race director at Grand Bend Speedway on the Saturday nights at the quarter mile there. Thoughts on the racing thus far tonight?
Pretty good, except for unfortunate event we just had right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Bone Stocks, have you seen any dominance like the 8's doing right now, the 3 wins in a row in recent memory with you?
No, not for years. I'm trying to think. There used to be that 51 car that was pretty dominant.
Was that Moosker?
Yes, Moosker.
Derek Moosker, that's right. I remember that. So when you're in the flag stand and the lengthy spill goes on like this, does the cleanup in your eyes take a little less time because you know the Bone Stocks are coming up next and they're using regular tires or whatnot, or does the cleanup just still the same?
Cleanup's just the same. You got to make the track safe for everybody, right? It is a little easier with these guys because they don't have the same speed and they do run groove tires, right?
Thanks, Scott, for stopping in. We appreciate it, my friend, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Cleanup continues in turn number 1. We'll pause for a quick break. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. Wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a Holden 1 at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febri. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet, Chris Orrs, Kate Friel. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Lengthy spill cleanup continues here at Delaware Speedway, but a good bone stock. I'm expecting a pretty good race here, Kate.
Yeah, I think this bone stock race is going to be great. There's a lot of contenders. It's bone stock racing. We never know what's going to happen. We've got the points leaders starting kind of mid-pack, but closer to the front, as well as the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven. So it'll be interesting to see how those guys move through.
Try to figure out that phrase, folks. Kind of middle of the pack, but closer to the front.
There is a big middle of this pack. There is 35 cars on the track, and they are starting closer to the middle. But Chris has got to zing me with at least one. I get him a couple
Just
times.
Just one. 25 laps of scheduled distance. Don't forget, action continues next week right here on Rogers TV. We have the Sportsman Series, the Bone Stocks, and King of the Hill. If you want to come down, DelawareSpeedway.com for all your ticket information. King of the Hill, you race the car that you brought to the Speedway. So, and vans too. It's $80 for the best finishing van. There's only 2 vans there last week.
It all depends on who puts up the donations for the vans. So the pot does shift. But if we get enough minivans, maybe we'll get more of a pot. So
yeah, true enough.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Bring your minivan.
King of the Hill next week to wrap things up. Coming up July 18th and 19th, if you're a monster truck or motocross fan, happening here at Delaware Speedway, 7 o'clock on the Friday. And then on the Saturday, the 19th, 2 p.m. start time here at Delaware Speedway for Monster Truck Throwdown, including a freestyle motocross. More to come. Other side of the break, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
I didn't think I was going to be nervous, but I am.
Defco Mid is entering the Cake Arena.
You have never seen me do anything like this before.
He'll face 6 competitors.
I'm outnumbered.
For 6 different challenges.
This is insane.
All at the same time.
Hurry up!
To make super mega cakes.
This is amazing.
Super mega cakes on Food Network.
In the Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London.
Like just generally, galleries have had great relationships with their artists. They're the ones that kind of promote them. Sometimes one of the things I've really appreciated about you is you're also an encourager.
The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Show your support for Delaware Speedway with the latest 2025 season merchandise. From classic hoodies to comfortable t-shirts to stylish hats, there's something for every race fan. Whether you're watching from the grandstands or following the action at home, you can shop online anytime at DelawareSpeedway.com. Order now and represent the excitement of Delaware Speedway in style.
White flag this time by for the Bone Stocks as we get set to turn them loose. The final feature of the night, 25 laps, the scheduled distance.
36 Mark Hutchinson, he had a good run in his heat race.
And we'll see if Charlie Verhoeven in the 8 machine with some 100 pounds added weight can do it again for 4 in a row. We're about to find out.
78 to be main event.
Colin Wilms in that blue 17 was the points leader until last week.
The 97 DJ.
He starts outside row number 7. The new points leader is the defending series champ, the 0-3 of Matt Langford, inside row number 8.
Is Hank Clausen.
And they get set. Ian Levesque will bring him to the line. Sterling Roberts outside row 1. Roberts will like this start. Katie looked very strong in the heat race. Here we go with the bone stocks. Green flag, we're racing from Delaware. And as mentioned, the 15 of Roberts is gone. Shot out of a cannon in the turn number 1 and will grab the lead early. And Roberts is gone. Quickly up to 6, 7, 8, 9 car lengths down the back. Side-by-side battle for second. Levesque in the 10. Genereux in the 25 BT. Hicks in the white 12 right behind, and then it's Prue in the 99. And Roberts will lead. Here's the Genereux up to second. Levesque in third. Kicks in fourth. Rob Wollaston slow on the apron. And then the rest of the field working their way through the field. Good battle for the 5th position. Prue's going to get blindsided by Beauchel and by Lamont 3 wide in the turn number 1, and everybody will come out of there unscathed. Huge pack of cars from 7th on back. There's Prue in the 99. Wilms in the 17. There's Craig Cole in the 22. All together. There's Chris Lawrence in the 33 driving for Paul Fothergill. They're all right there with 21 to go. All Sterling Roberts right now. 12 car length lead on Genereux. And then it's Levesque, your top 3. Here's the former points leader in the blue card, left side of your screen, the 11 of Wilms, passing Beauchel in the 333. Then it's Cole in the 22, Lawrence in the 33, Clark in the white and blue 52. Oh, hello, 8. Hello, Charlie Verhoeven. My goodness. That's 13th spot. He started in 19th. And he's left the points leader behind by 6 spots. Matt Langford, Martin, in traffic, can't get through.
Matt Langford sandwiched in between 2 cars right now, headed towards the front.
And Verhoeven now to the inside of Donovan Clark, trying to put another car behind him. Charlie working with 100 extra pounds here after winning 3 races in a row. But it's all Sterling Roberts just crossed the start-finish line. It's going to take a caution for some of these contenders to close in. Coming up on this some traffic now. Here's a lot of traffic in turn 1. Battling for position. Cole is 22, Clark 52, 8 Verhoeven, 33 Chris Lawrence. Driving for that Paul Fothergill team. The leaders are in the traffic now. Beauchel in that 333, there's the leader. Just passed a couple of cars, put them a lap down. Sterling Roberts in that 15. Oh, we got an incident in turn 4, but all 3 cars righted the ship and will stay green. Nathan Rhea involved, Jeremy involved as well.
And Tom Hughes.
And Tom Hughes. Well, will stay green. Cars all over this half mile, though, all spread out. The leader is halfway down the back. Still a healthy 20, 25 car length lead over Genereux in second spot, but lots of traffic ahead of the leader.
Here's a little bit of a look. You can already see that the 26 is sideways in front of, I believe it's Woolston, and then there's Jeremy. Comes back across, and the 51 able to stay out of the mess, but did have to really slow down in order to collect themselves and stay out of the mess there.
Laps ticking away here. A caution is going to be needed for some of these contenders to catch the leader, who's a half a straightaway ahead of them. And there's the leader, Sterling Roberts, through turns 1 and 2. Look at Charlie Verhoeven. Charlie Verhoeven is going through the field like a hot knife through butter, folks. He is driving his tail off here with 100 extra pounds, and Charlie Verhoeven is now up to the 6th spot after starting in 21st position with an extra 100 pounds. Are you kidding me right now? If only a caution was to fly, this race would definitely not be over. Now he's all over the rear deck lid of the 12 of kicks. Roberts in turn 3, Verhoeven in turn 2 exit. So a full straightaway behind with 13 laps to go. Charlie will definitely need some help here. And Charlie coming in second in the points behind Langford, but he's 8 positions ahead of Langford right now on the screen, which is 8 points. I don't think any of them are going to lead a lap unless they're going to caution.
6 behind. There's some lap cars in there on the track. So right now Matt Langford is only 6 spots behind.
Okay. Charlie's got a whole open track ahead of him now for a full straightaway.
And then we'd also have to factor in the points from the heat race as well, where Langford finished ahead of him. So Langford just needs the consistency.
We got a collision in turn number 1. Multiple cars involved. Boschel in the 333. It's Culver in the 78.
I don't think Culver made any contact with anybody. I think he just slowed in there to make sure to stay off of everybody.
Hello. Race lead gone for the 15 of Sterling Roberts.
And here's the replay here. Watch the 333.
Former Bone Stock Series champ Craig Cole, tough break for the...
Goes into turn 1.
Oh my goodness.
Just drives into, I believe that's Will Corey.
It is Corey in the 6th. There's a Craig Cole got into it a little bit, left front.
Rockwood somehow squeezes through there without really getting any damage. The 78 of Justin Culver doesn't touch anybody but has to stop.
I didn't see any brake smoke. I didn't see the 33 turn left. But that's just me.
The 333 drove in hot.
Yeah, but
real hot.
I didn't see the front wheels turning left. But nonetheless, that closes up a lot of track position from some big-time bone stock racers, including Charlie Verhoeven trying to make it 4 in a row. That beautiful lead that Sterling Roberts created is now gone. Here's another look here, Kate.
Craig Cole nowhere to go. Almost knocked the bumper right.
Yeah, the 333's going in, and
like, is he just late for corner entry, or did he just run straight?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like I'm gonna call it like I see it.
Yeah.
He either was really late on his timing for corner entry, or was just driving straight in the quarry.
Or trying to use the 6th to turn.
Well, 8 wheels are better than 4, they say, right?
So when you see the replay, Jordan, one of 2 things happen.
Like, I don't understand what's going on there.
The 333 not able to
well, I don't know, but Liam might have went into corner entry late, but that was really late because he drove right in the left rear of the 6.
Yeah, they took the 333. He is going to the back.
Yeah, incident car. The Rockwood's coming into the pits. No. Is that Rockwood? No, it's not. It's another car.
No, Rockwood is still on the back stretch.
Yeah, so they're just working the order now because the lap cars are going to the back and the lead lap cars are coming to the front. And this race is far from over.
Also, the 17 of Colin Wilms is sitting in the 3rd spot right now, too.
Yeah, the former points leader right there as well. Generu in 2nd. Sterling Roberts going to have to protect now.
Yeah, so right now the order's leading Roberts, Generu, Wilms, Levesque, Verhoeven, Kicks, Laloma, Chris Lawrence in the 333, Clark, and then it looks like it's Hannah Lamont rounding off the top 10, but just outside is the 03 of Matt Langford.
So a cleanup continues in turns 1 and 2 on the high side.
Puts a couple other drivers into contention here.
And the drive for 4 still in play for the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven. who started, I think, back in the 21st position with an extra 100 pounds of weight added to him by tech officials for winning 3 races in a row, and now he's up to 5th.
So David Rockwood avoids the incident but slows down to not create more problems, being moved back into his spot, as well as the 78 of Justin Culver.
Okay. All right. So it's Roberts out front, Genereux in second, Wilms third, Levesque and Verhoeven running out the top 5. Kix, Luoma, Chris Lawrence, Clark, and Hannah Lamont running out the top 10. Points leader and defending series champ Matt Langford sitting just outside the top 10 in 11th spot right now.
Just saying. How about the 03 of Matt
So we're getting set for call to double up here, hopefully very soon, as I believe all safety vehicles have exited the speedway. And yes, the last vehicle just entering the pits from the backstretch, so we might see white next time by Nathan Rhea coming into the pits off of turn number 4 for consultation. Craig Cole's being hauled back into the pits, so that little collision on that left front of the 22 of Cole, obviously serious enough that could not make it back into the pits under his own power. And we are going to go to white this time by, I believe. Yes, Aiden has the white flag out. So let's set the table for you. Sterling Roberts, who is your leader, had a huge lead, only to be nullified by that 4 or 5 car pileup in turn number 1. Genereux outside row number 1. Colin Wilms and Ian Levesque in row number 2. The drive for 4 in a row rides with the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven from 21st to 5th on the restart inside row number 3, joined by Kix on the outside. Then it's going to be Luoma and Chris Lawrence in row number 4, Clark and Lamont in row number 5. And the table is set with 13 laps to go here in the Bone Stock 25 lap feature. Here we get to go here. Looking back for Matt Langford, the current points leader, outside row number 5. So we'll start in the 10th spot. And here they go. Roberts will bring him to the line. And this should be an exciting 13 laps. Here they come. Out of turn number 4, they'll look to the flag stand. The Bone Stock 25 lap feature. And green flag, we're racing with the Bone Stocks. What a start again by Sterling Roberts. Like a jet off the line. Wilms to the inside of Genereux for position. Charlie Verhoeven quickly up to 4th. And Roberts trying to get away because he knows there's a bunch of horses trying to track him down. Here's the former points leader, the 17 of Colin Wilms, having a good run. Up to 2nd spot. Charlie Verhoeven to the inside of Genereux, looking for position. Genereux will hold on to the spot as they go into turn number 1, and Verhoeven will dive in there. To the inside of the 25, and Verhoeven up to 3rd. The drive for 4, 2 spots away for the 8 of Charlie Verhoeven. 11.5 laps to go here. Bone Stock feature race. Then a gaggle of cars from 5th on back, led by Dakota Luoma. And it's Roberts being tracked down by the former points leader, the 17 of Colin Wilms. And Wilms wants something to say here before the night's done. Now they'll go up to turn 2 and down the hill into the backstretch. And the front crew trying to get away. Genereux staying with Verhoeven for now. And a gaggle of 5 cars, nose to tail, from 5th on back. Verhoeven wants Wilms to get racing here with Roberts and slow them down a little bit so Charlie can get back in the fight with 10 laps to go. And Wilms right there will dive down, looking for an inside move to no avail.
Slow car coming out of turn 2 is the 10 of Ian Levesque.
And the leaders will come out of turn number 4. Levesque will remain on the speedway in turns number 3 and 4. And Wilms will dive to the inside looking for a spot. Wilms going to dive in there. Almost contact with Roberts. Charlie Verhoeven like a shark, looking for bait here down the backstretch and closing in on the leaders. 3-car battle for the 5th spot. Luoma, Clark, and Chris Lawrence. Then it's Langford after Chris Lawrence for 8th. And leaders out of turn number 4, 8 to go. Into turn number 1 they go. Roberts in the low groove, Wilms on the high groove, and Verhoeven's there now. Up the hill at turn number 2 and down the back they go. Roberts, Wilms, and Verhoeven, and they've left Genereux now to settle up between the front three. If we stay green, here they come in a turn 4 another time. And Wilms will look to the inside. Verhoeven, 7 laps from 4 in a row if we get to the front, and Charlie's there now. Lost a little bit of track position and has to recover. Lost about 3 car lengths to the leaders. Coming up on some traffic now, about 2 turns away for the leaders, 6 to go this time by at the stripe. Roberts, Wilms now to the inside for the lead. At the door, 6 to go. And will Wilms stay there? No, Roberts will shut the door again. And Verhoeven allowed to close back in. Verhoeven has a good turns 1 and 2, and a good exit for the 8 car. And the 8 car trying to track him down to the turn number 3. Roberts trying to hold him off. Traffic coming. All of them right there now. Wilms will dive to the inside. 5 to go. Does Charlie Verhoeven have enough here to make it 4 in a row? They're coming up on the 6 of Quarry. They'll all go to the high side. Roberts will lead him into turn 3. Genereux all alone in 4th. Then it's Clark and Langford up to 6 now. Wilms will look to the high side. 4 to go this time. And a good run by Wilms to the high side. If Verhoeven can get down to the low groove, he might be able to trap the 17 up there. The 17's going to draw even on a turn 2, and down the back they go. Drag race for the lead with traffic on the way. Is Wilms going to use the traffic to pick Roberts on the bottom lane? We're about to find out. They'll come out of turn number 4 and Colin Wilms to the lead. Here comes Verhoeven, and Roberts closed the door in contact with 3 to go. Roberts pitched Verhoeven on the wall. Up the hill in turn 2 and down the back another time. 2.5 laps to go, and Wilms is pulling away. They'll go to the high side of Howard, and they'll dive into turn number 3. With 2 laps to go this time for the former season points leader, the 17 of Colin Wilms on a great recovery run. Roberts is going to dive into turn number 1. Verhoeven with him. And Verhoeven with a pretty good run into turn number 2. Will look to the high side. Roberts looking to shut the door. Lap and a half to go here. Not real much traffic issues for the leader. Verhoeven to the high side again. And Verhoeven is there now. He'll draw even with Roberts going into turn number 1. White flag on the speedway. Verhoeven trying to get to the leader to make it 4 in a row. He had an extra 100 pounds in the car by the technicians tonight, but it's not going to be enough. Colin Wilms, losing the points lead last week, makes a return in big style for the checkered flag for the 17 of Colin Wilms. And a drag race for second. Charlie Verhoeven will get it from Sterling Roberts, and Roberts will finish 3rd. Genereux and Clark will round out the top 5. And what a race from the Bone Stock division. And let's run down the rest of the order for you.
Matt Langford.
Lawrence, Luoma, Culver, Verburn, your top 10. Rockwood, Triska, Kicks, Hutchinson, Starrett, your top 15. And here's the battle for second place, Kate.
So here's right at the line, and yeah, watch it here as they cross. Look how close this is.
Yeah, according to my math, that's 54 100ths of a second difference.
Yeah,
give it to
Verhoeven
Verhoeven.
just got him.
So Verhoeven finishes 2nd, Langford finishes 6th, so that's a few points gained by Verhoeven. 3 first place and a 2nd place in his last 4 races, but the streak is snapped by the 17 of Colin Wilms as he climbs out of the car. And we'll take it trackside momentarily to Jordan. And let's go trackside, Jordan Mosley.
They made you work there. How crucial was that caution?
The caution definitely helped. I would have been okay with likely 2nd if it stayed green, to be honest, but caution gave me a shot, so yeah, thankful.
I know you got a lot of people you want to thank down here.
Absolutely. First, I got to thank my wife, my kids, Julie, my brother Kyle. Bob, I know you're sick at home, but hey, we got it done. So really proud of the team. We were shorthanded tonight, obviously, with not the most mechanically inclined brains down here, but somehow made it work.
How's it feel to be the new belt holder?
Oh, yeah. That feels pretty good now.
It's on its way down here. An excellent run by Colin Wilms. He'll bring it home for a win.
All right, welcome back up top, and Colin Wilms, the winner of a very exciting bone stock feature.
Yeah, that bone stock feature was, we thought it was almost going to be done, but it's never done in bone stock racing. About halfway through, things got interesting. There was a caution, and everybody got back together. So really good to see. It was a good night of racing. Also good for some of the guys that are at the top of the points right now. I'm interested to see what the difference is going to be in the points, or if it's going to be a wash after the heat race. Heat race points do mean something by the end of the night.
Yep.
Most people forget that there are points for that as well, and that it may be the thing that makes the difference. If somebody finishes near the back and you have a great heat race, that's a couple positions in a feature. So that is going to make a difference.
If you finish outside the top 10 in the heat race, you get no points. If you win a heat race, that's 10. That's a difference of 10 right there. I want to thank Phil Givens for stepping in for the third member of our team tonight. I want to thank all the volunteers behind the cameras, and Chris and Scott in the truck, and especially all of you for joining us for another edition of racing here at Delaware Speedway. Join us next Friday night, 7:30 start time. The sportsmen are in town. The bone stocks, the V8 stocks, and another edition of the Spectators King of the Hill race, where you drive what you brought to the track. Should be interesting stuff. DelawareSpeedway.com for all your ticket information, all the information you need regarding events and pricing here at DelawareSpeedway.com. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night and the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you next Friday live here from the Half Mile in southwestern Ontario, in Delaware, Ontario. It is Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, proudly presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Good night.
Mahogany color on them.
Right. Okay. I'm looking forward to that. I think a lot of people are going to have questions about cold smoking. I'm interested to see the process.
Yeah.
Let's get these guys finished up and went over to smoking.
Join the high-energy bodyweight base workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship. But as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
All right, listen, I learned a ton of stuff about making sausage. I had no idea. That was super interesting. And the word that kept coming up was cold smoking. So
Yeah.
how the heck do you what is cold smoking? How do we do that?
So we talked a lot about cures, and what we got to remember is cold smoking is sometimes outside of a food safety zone. So that's why we're using things like curing salt, and in this case, curing salt accelerator. That's going to help keep us safe because today we're cold smoking at about 145 to 150 degrees. We don't want to go over that.
So is the goal to cook the sausage or just add flavor?
The goal is to par cook this sausage and add flavor and color, but we want to, if we cook that sausage too hot and fast, we render out a lot of that fat. It leaves our sausage not plump and firm, you know?
Okay.
We want to keep a good volume in our sausage. We want to get this sausage par cooked, but we don't want to completely cook it. So a lot of the time when we're done this process here today, we're going to put this sausage immediately in an ice bath, and that's going to stop that cooking process, and we're going to vacuum seal that sausage, and we're going to put it in our freezer, and we're going to keep it for later, and then we're either going to grill it or put it on a flat top or put it on a smoker again to bring it to final temperature, which is
So we want to get it out of that dangerous temperature zone. We're going to pull it off of here, chill it right away, drop that temperature, seal it, get it in the freezer. We don't want it sitting in that danger zone too long.
Yeah, and we're going to be smoking around 145, 150, and we're going to get a nice color. So if we look at these ones here now, through the magic of TV, this is our Texas Hot Link. So you can see we're firm. We've got a good volume on our sausage. You've got a nice color.
The color is beautiful. So will this have a lot of smoky flavor, or are we adding smoke flavor as well?
Well, so that's kind of new here. So Vern in the charcoal yard, the odd time. So we're running charcoal like, you know the bogline bush coal. But every now and then the kiln will have a piece that doesn't completely carbonize. It's hard wood still.
Okay.
So we call this half baked.
Yeah, you can almost see that it's wood.
It's just not quite done.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is this works great in Kamados too, because they're always lacking that smoke flavor. And the charcoal burns so clean, it's missing that smoke flavor. Right. It has its own charcoal flavor, but it's not smoked. So we're using a little bit of this in the smoker today.
Okay.
And you'll find these offsets, if you run them on charcoal, it won't really go over 150. You know, this thing is pegged at 150 all day. And we're looking for about 4 hours of smoke time on these cold smoked sausage.
Good, awesome. And so from here, we're gonna chill them down, drop the temperature. Of course, we're gonna pull a few off and we're gonna get them up to temperature so we can
so what we're gonna do right now is we're actually gonna pull a couple off, and we're gonna, because we don't need to stop that cooking process right now, we're actually gonna bring a couple up to temperature for you to try. So we're gonna take these off the smoker right now. We're gonna put them on the other smoker, which we have running at a higher temperature, like 300, 325. And we're gonna bring them up to final temp for you to try.
So we made the sausage, we're cold smoking them. From here, we're gonna cook them so that we can actually eat them. We're not gonna eat them from here.
No, they're not safe yet.
They're not safe. All right, let's
You're
throw,
okay
let's throw
for
them on the grill.
some sausage? Like really good sausage?
The only problem is, what goes best with sausage?
I've got it covered.
All right.
Good thing we're in Tux Gas Park because the cold beer is like 10 feet away.
Works for me. Let's throw these on the grill. All right, so we're gonna throw them in here.
Yeah, so we're over here.
This is I gotta point out, this seems a little bit different than the first time we filmed the barbecue.
That's new technology.
Pretty easy.
Daryl ordered this barbecue and he asked for one finger doors, and that's what they are.
Makes it easy.
Makes it easy.
Even my mother can pick up barbecue and now.
That's right. So imagine these just come out of an ice bath. They went into a vacuum seal, and we pulled them out of our vacuum seal now. They're in the freezer. They're thawed out.
Of course, you and I aren't patient enough to do all that. We're
That's
gonna
right.
go right to the
We're using the
part.
magic of TV here.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna pull this upper shelf out. We want to cook these kind of on the hot side, probably 325. They'll probably only take, in this case, 20, 30 minutes because we've already got them, almost there.
Just before you close that up, I noticed a few chicken wings going on.
We're doing some research and development today. So we're playing around with brining chicken wings. These ones here are a pickle brine. Those ones there are more of a, Daryl did a homemade brine. It'd be salt, sugar, citrus, rosemary, all those good stuff.
So we're not just gonna get, the unenviable job of just eating sausage and drinking beer all day. We're gonna have to have some chicken
We'll
wings.
have a few wings too. I think Vern's gonna throw together an Alabama white sauce for them as well. So
awesome.
It'll be a little bonus around there.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe how easy these doors are to maneuver.
Yeah, so we want to bring these sausage up now on this 1,000-gallon smoker to about, 165 at a minimum, but we don't want to go over 170, 175 either. Once again, we don't want to render too much of that fat. We want to keep a nice plump sausage. It should actually have a good snap.
Yeah, you want to get that snap.
Yeah, it should literally make a snap sound.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's give these a moment and we'll go sit down and relax.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Durand with Theatre Azir, the little theater company with big plans and absolutely no theater of our own. So we're taking the show outside. There'll be chairs set up and the river beside us and the magic of outdoor theater. It's a story full of memory and meaning, with 1950s hits woven throughout. Tender and funny and deeply Canadian. And the best part, it's completely free. That's right. Professional theater right here in your own backyard. Absolutely free. Bring a friend. Bring your teenager. Bring someone who's never been to theater before. This is a story for us all.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. Wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a Holden 1 at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
The sausages look like they were done.
Yeah.
You're right. They're on about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Well, to be honest, Josh, the other a little wrinkly. It's a little too much, but we're going to let it slide today.
And you pulled off some of those chicken wings.
Yeah, these are research and development wings. We're just giving them a whirl.
So is that part of your world, research and development on a regular basis?
Yeah.
So what are we making over here?
Well, Vern, you go ahead.
Alabama white sauce. This is staple down south, and it's unbelievable on these wings.
We're just going to drizzle it over the wings.
That's right.
All right, so what's in it?
You got a couple cups of mayo. Delicious.
So what do you add to the mayo?
Apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Yeah, not vinegar, apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar.
Also, that's real mayo too, not like Miracle Whip. You know,
fresh squeezed
actual
lemon
mayo.
juice.
Yeah. All right.
Secret ingredient. Couple tablespoons of horseradish.
Yeah.
Hotter the better.
Hotter the better.
Absolutely. All the time. All the time.
Dijon mustard.
You got a few ingredients going in there.
We have Worcestershire here.
What's that?
Same stuff. Brown sugar, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, give her a little spice.
Yeah.
And just some black pepper.
And this is the custom mixer.
Throw her on the custom mixer here.
Throw her in the blender.
Just like a fine moonshine, you give her a good shake.
Hey, guys, one last ingredient. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
We forgot the beer.
Yeah, the beer's most important.
Cold beer.
Great location and some great food. Got to have some great beer.
And good friends.
There we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good food, good friends,
Good people.
good barbecue, good beer.
Awesome.
So now we're going to take these sausages and we're going to cut them.
Look at the color in there. Look at that.
You probably wouldn't like them, Jeff.
They're not going to be very good at all.
No, I'll let you guys taste them. They don't look very tasty.
We're going to cut them on a little bit of an angle. No real reason, just for show. There you go. And then Vern's going to give those a little drizzle.
All right. From the custom Vern mixer. Just pour that right over. Look at that.
So once again, we got a simple dish. We don't get too fancy around here.
No, it's very, very rustic. Yeah, it's not nothing fancy here. No. Just pretty basic. Well, I'm going to dig in.
Yeah, go for it.
Come on in. Let's try this. Let's give this a shot. So, look, I'm amazed the color and how you can see everything in there.
It was good.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's a good clean smoke. The heat's there.
It's got that snap.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Some
we
nice
should do
heat.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for it. Oh, perfect.
Nice mixture. There's some heat, but it's not killer heat.
It's not crazy, but it's not, I don't think you'd give it to kids.
What did we call this sauce?
Alabama white sauce.
Alabama white sauce.
Yep. And you can also, the brine has a hot sauce in it, and you can taste that hot sauce right through the meat. But it also isn't like, it's not hot, but you can really taste the hot sauce.
Wow, those are incredible. We've turned the show into a little bit of a chicken wing competition now. Because one of the earlier episodes, I commented on our good friend Adam Brock. He made what I called the best chicken wings I'd ever had. So now that challenge goes out every time. So now I can't comment anymore because somebody will say, are they better than Adam's? Are they better than Brocky's? Well, let's just say they're really, really good. Well, guys, I got to be honest, that kind of melted down there. We kind of lost the shot a little bit. The food was just too darn good. We all kind of got onto those chicken wings, got onto the sausage. That was fantastic. What an episode. I appreciate you guys connecting with me every year, bringing me out. I'm always surprised. The episodes are always fantastic. We kind of did one thing. We had one job, sausage. And man, did you guys make some fantastic sausage. It's absolutely incredible. So what a great location. Thanks for letting us film here.
Glad you're here.
Beautiful. What a place. I encourage everybody to come out and just take a look. It's fantastic. The beer was great. The food was fantastic as always. The barbecues look amazing. Once again, cheers, guys. Thanks for having us here today.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
How about the drama of Stanley Cup final hockey? Big game players coming up with big game plays, and these two are writing their own stories this time around. These Florida Panthers, this is like old school hockey. Sam Reinhart, the night of his life. The reign's going to continue. The Florida Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. What an experience it is to share with your teammates. This is the most exciting time for all.
You're watching Rogers TV. The following program contains a topic which may not be suitable for young viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, welcome back to Hammerlock Pure Wrestling tonight, kicking off the action with a women's championship match. And, well, our champion has really shown that she's been able to hold that title for quite a while. She's our inaugural champion, and there she is right there. It's Miley taking on all comers.
Exactly, bringing the excitement to Stratford for her 7th title defense this evening. Will it be lucky number 7 for Miley?
Miley doing the rounds here in Stratford, making sure she gets all those high fives she can.
A lot of high
Don't miss
fives.
that guy.
Last minute cardio for Miley, getting into the action, bringing the excitement. Like I've said, you can always expect a good time when Miley's making her way to the ring.
Through one set of ropes and now into the ring.
Not often you see 2 sets of ropes to get into a ring, but Miley finds a way. Our Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Championship in the middle of a historic reign right now. But there is somebody looking to come and spoil Miley's fun, you might say.
Absolutely. We're about to see her make her way to the ring for the first time in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Referee Matt McCausland checking everything out. Miley's sportsmanship usually on the up and up, though.
Absolutely. Don't usually have much to worry about with Miley, but it never hurts to be vigilant.
Alexia Nicole making her Hammerlock Pure Wrestling debut. It's her debut here, but she's been all over.
Absolutely. Just getting back from Europe. She's done the Ontario circuit, wrestling around Barrie and the GTA, and has made an appearance in AEW as well. World traveled is Alexia Nicole, bringing lots of experience, lots of sportsmanship, and just looking to end this historic reign of Miley.
Not sure what that does. It gives her a little extra power in the left arm.
Exactly, powering up. Adds a little oomph, some bionic oomph to that arm.
Bionic Alexia Nicole, as you mentioned, an appearance in AEW. That's not by mistake.
No.
And that women's championship looks great over Miley's shoulder. It's the only shoulder we've seen it over since winning the inaugural tournament to crown herself the women's champion here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, and looking to take down another contender.
Exactly, Miley, an all-elite champion in her own right. But quite the challenge ahead of her tonight. No question about that, and Alexia Nicole.
Always got to be a weird feeling handing that belt off to the referee. You always get that look in the eye of the champion that, is this the last time I'm going to see this?
Exactly. Miley usually all smiles, but you have to imagine on the inside, you know, you might be giving away your championship for the last time. You might be walking away without it, and that has to probably get to you just a little bit.
Both women locking up. Center of the ring here in Stratford. Stratford, a great town for Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. We've done many events here, and hammerlockpurewrestling.com. You can always check out, see where we're going to be.
Alexia Nicole quite dominant in the opening moments of this match, wrestling Miley to the ground, showing her that she is not to be taken lightly. She is coming for that championship. Winning a championship on your debut anywhere in the world of professional wrestling is probably the greatest way to make an impact, and that is exactly what Alexia Nicole is looking to do tonight.
Going to take a page out of Santino Morella's playbook.
That is quite the playbook of all of the names.
He had the Cobra, she has a bionic arm.
That's true.
There's more similarities maybe than we never thought we'd draw that comparison, but here we are.
Gave me 100 guesses. Never would have made it there, but you are onto something here. Can Alexia Nicole ride the wave of Santino?
There's a long list. Well, not a long list. It's probably a very short list of people who won championships in their debut match. Why that one came to mind, I'm not sure.
Impactful. No question about that.
Both women kind of feeling each other out here early on in this matchup, and Alexia Nicole now showing off the guts. So is Miley, though.
People bought a ticket to Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, got a bonus to the gun show here.
Double guns as we lock up once again. Test of strength.
The mind games on full display. Alexia Nicole
quick shot.
Her entire body with a quick
roll
kick
through into a pinning combination. Just a 2 count.
Catching Miley totally off guard there. Great strategy by the challenger.
To get her up for a suplex, though. Miley rolls through now. And a 2 count of her own.
Miley showing her quick thinking in the ring there. That's why she's the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Championship, only getting 2.
Pinning combination after pinning combination here.
And each of them a very unique pin, very unique forms of cradles. Now Miley running full speed, getting
shoulder block. Center of the ring. Down goes Alexia Nicole.
Alexia Nicole wondering what exactly hit her. Miley using her body.
It's like a set-on drop on the back of Alexia Nicole.
Very unique offense by both women in this match early on.
When all else fails, just drop your body weight when she's not looking or ready for it and see what happens.
Wrestler's body, the most effective and legal weapon in professional wrestling, you might argue.
Battling on the outside of the ring now here, and Miley getting pulled right into that turnbuckle.
You had
taken the shoulder, a little bit of the face too.
It was only a matter of time before one of these women landed in that ring post with it being in the middle of them, and unfortunately it was Miley on the receiving end there.
Now using the ropes to her advantage as well. Those quick little tricks to give yourself the advantage. Alexia Nicole has found a couple of them already.
Absolutely. That's the experience you get by being world traveled like Alexia Nicole is.
Here's
Going
a
for the pin.
And a 2 count once again. Miley getting that shoulder up. She's not going to let go of her grasp on that championship that easily.
Absolutely not. As we mentioned, this is Miley's 7th championship defense in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. A historic first title reign.
Let's be fair, though. Not all of them have been easy for Miley. She's been through some battles.
Absolutely not. You have to wonder just how those battles are going to play into this, slowly wearing the championship down.
She took that shoulder into the post, and now Alexia Nicole's zeroing in on it.
Nicole coming in with a game plan. Seeing it through with deadly precision.
Off the ropes. Miley over top and gets the clothesline.
Miley with a full head of steam there, gaining that momentum back with clotheslines, but Nicole,
oh, sweet neck breaker.
Stops Miley.
1, 2. A 2 count here. Miley in danger, caught with that neck breaker out of nowhere.
Nicole showing her technical prowess, stopping Miley dead in her tracks. And now in full control once again, just torturing Miley in that corner with her boot.
Miley reaching for the camera there for some help.
Our referee, Matt McCausland, letting Alexia Nicole know the rules here. She has until 5, and she needs to break it or her championship opportunity disappears just like that.
And Miley thrown into the corner, drop kick, down low to the bottom turnbuckle. Look out, knees to the face.
A double knee leaving Miley in a precarious position.
Center of the ring. 2.
Only 2, the heart of a champion on display. Miley kicking out.
Several 2 counts, and Alexia Nicole doesn't even look winded.
Absolutely not.
Bringing the offense.
Great cardio on Nicole's part.
And using her own arm now to almost choke herself out there.
Nicole making...
Is that in the rule book?
I'm going to say it. Our referee was about to maybe have a second look at that chokehold. Make sure it is legal and not on the throat, underneath the chin.
Hammerlock Pure Wrestling taking the rules very seriously here. Doesn't mean people aren't going to try to break them, though.
Absolutely not.
Grasp around the waist now. Took an elbow to the face.
Miley firing up now, getting herself back in this match. With a full head of steam.
Oh, Alexi caught her, spins her around, sets her on the top rope here.
Miley going for a monkey flip, but stopped there. Now both women up on the middle rope here.
Battling for position. Miley able to knock her down, and
but
Nicole saw the boot coming. Look out.
Nicole one step ahead, but Miley's reversing almost midair with that suplex. 2. Only 2. Nicole digging deep. Alexia Nicole giving it everything she's got to kick out of that reverse suplex. It was like a mid-air.
Thought she had it her in the perfect position for a superplex there, and
Miley
getting her feet in front of her and
exactly
suplex of her own.
Switching momentum mid-air there. Amazing offense by Miley.
And a reversal by Alexia Nicole as well, but finds herself hanging on the middle rope.
Now Miley dialing it up.
Could it be the 519?
Executed perfectly, a 519 in the 519.
And a huge shoulder block, center of the ring. 1, 2, no! 2 3/4.
Miley cannot believe it. Only a 2 count from that offense. The champion cannot let frustration get to her.
She may have thought it was 3, maybe thought it was a slightly slow count, but that's not going to help her now. Championship still on the line. Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Champion Miley against the newcomer. Vintage Orton. You heard someone in the crowd yell out Randy Orton, and Alexia Nicole looking for the pin. No.
Absolutely striking like a viper, but only getting 2. Nicole starting to wonder what she needs to do to take out our champion.
Look out. Miley gets out of that position, ducks the kick. Oh, Nicole rolls through. 1, 2. No.
Only 2. Miley still in this fight.
Scoops her up.
Drops her
huge
down.
drop.
And now Miley's setting it up. Can she lock it in? She can. Miley mutilation.
Look out, Nicole's got nowhere to go. Center of the ring.
Is the challenger going to tap? Miley's got this locked in deep the bridge. And there it is.
Referee calling for the bell. Miley once again defending her Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Championship.
A great performance by the challenger in her debut. Alexia Nicole just coming up a little bit short.
And Miley mutilation, when she rolls through and locks it in, there's nowhere to go.
Absolutely. The high bridge just adding so much pressure. All you can do is give up.
Alexia Nicole frustrated as she makes her way to the back.
A great 7th title defense from our champion, Miley.
Fighting Irish fans, Kate is crazy here tonight, and with me tonight, I've got the Punjabi.
The Punjabi prodigy, Vikram Prasher, who just basically won the Tyson Dukes Cup there. Did you see Ethan Dukes eliminate Rodney Matthews at the end? No. That was Vikram Prasher. And I'm going to go on to the finals and beat Ethan Dukes for the trophy that's literally dedicated to his father's career. But don't worry, Ethan, don't worry. Because even though your dad's not going to be proud of you tonight, he may not even give you a kiss goodnight. I'll do that for you. And for all the fans that are upset that I'm going to walk out with the Tyson Dukes Cup, because you're just going to have to go home and sulk about it. Good night and goodbye.
You were just told.
At this time, we're going to welcome Kevin Bell from Yellow 7.1 CJCS and 1077 to be as our guest ring announcer. How you doing tonight? This next contest is a tag team attraction scheduled for one fall. There is a 30-minute time limit.
Hammerlock Pure Wrestling action continues with some tag team action. Here we have KPK making their way to the ring. Just
KPK, we've seen them get involved with Vikram Prasher, which, I mean, I don't want to be biased here, but that may tell you the kind of human beings they are.
Absolutely. Whether it be for money or fame, they have made their stake their claim with Mr. Prasher, who we will see later tonight in our main event. But first, KPK in action, looking to make their own statement in the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Tag Division.
Yes, Vikram Prasher going for the Tyson Dukes Cup later on. We heard from him there as well, taking on the son of Tyson Dukes, Moondog Ethan Dukes, again coming up. But let's see KPK versus the cream of the crop when it comes to tag teams here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Absolutely, KPK with a mountain to climb tonight.
And Rodney Matthews, Bucks and Locks.
Bucks and Lux love to have fun with the crowd, and You can see them sporting the Stratford Fighting Irish jerseys there.
Exactly, looking for that hometown pop.
Are we going to see a hockey fight tonight? You never know.
That's true. Rodney Matthews making his return a couple of weeks ago in that Tyson Dukes Battle Royal. Looking to make his own claim on Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, get back in the championship picture, whether it be singles action or tag team action, you never know. Books and Looks may be going for those Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Tag Championships.
And these two best friends, a well-oiled machine, bringing something different to the table. They each are. Books. And look out! KPK trying to get the early advantage before the match has even begun. And you want to talk hockey fights, there's a couple jerseys going right now.
Absolutely. Books and Looks both getting jerseyed respectively. You have to imagine KPK have done their homework. They know who they're in the ring with right now.
And look at this. Are they going to put on the Fighting Irish jerseys?
Or are they going to do something a little more nefarious?
Playing to the crowd here. I'm not sure I trust what they are planning to do here.
When a less favored wrestler plays to the crowd, it always goes well. And there you go.
There
folks.
we go.
Disrespecting the Stratford Fighting Irish. Making no friends in the crowd in the process. But I can't imagine KPK is here to make any friends.
Just disgusting. But we've still got a matchup here.
Absolutely. Once our referee...
Licking the hand, getting ready for a big chop.
Michael Grayson out of the way.
And Grayson going into the duck after duck here.
Who's going to get the first chop? Who's going to strike the first blow in this tag team match?
Would you call that the goose?
Perhaps.
Duck, duck. I'll see myself up.
Oh, yeah, okay. I get it now.
Michael Grayson. Oh, huge shot to the side of the face.
Ahmed with a cheap shot.
And Grayson maybe out on his feet there for a moment. He's not sure where he is. Taking that one right to the side of the temple.
Not sure that was a closed fist or not.
Catching the foot now, though, and
Ahmed almost begging Grayson not to go through with whatever he has planned. Michael Grayson says otherwise.
With the head scissors takeover. Grayson excited about that one.
Exactly, and Rodney Matthews firing up in the corner.
You know, Michael Grayson surprises himself sometimes, you find.
Michael Grayson, exactly. Never judge a book by his cover in Books and Looks.
Getting some help from his tag team partner here now, though. Rodney Matthews in and swinging him right into Ahmed.
A double team Hurricane Rana. Books and Looks.
Double drop kick.
Firing up.
And the pose to the crowd from Rodney Matthews as well.
Matthews now the legal man in this match. Have to imagine Matthews has something to prove after vacating the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Championship.
For a huge scoop slam there. May have turned around a couple too many times, though. And
Ahmed getting the best of him. And if you notice, he went for that eye, that injured eye of Rodney Matthews.
Doing his homework.
Absolutely.
Get the slam there on Haroon. And lifting up Michael Grayson.
Slamming him down with all of his might.
There's a 2 count. Grayson very excited there during that double team.
Michael Grayson firing up the crowd.
And there's the moves. That's what we were looking for. Ahmed on the ring apron there. Took his eye off the prize for just a moment. Haroon then. And shoving Rodney Matthews to the ground off the apron.
KPK
Matthews did not like that.
Their dominance, but the referee
Look
distracted.
out.
KPK, that's going exactly how they planned.
Referee Seamus White trying to take the first man in that shouldn't be there, and to the advantage of KPK.
Exactly. Ended up having no eyes on the second man interfering. It's hard with 4 amazing athletes of this caliber in the ring, always moving, always in the action, even in the corners. Their presence are felt.
And Michael Grayson trying to will himself out of this hold. Don't underestimate the power of the sweater vest.
Absolutely not. It makes you kick in that next gear that only Books and Looks can hit.
Tomic dropping Haroon, and he makes his way to the outside.
Looking like he got a tag in before he went out.
1-2.
Only 2. The power of the sweater vest shining through. Michael Grayson able to kick out.
Grayson got himself in a little bit of trouble here now, though. He's looking to get Rodney Matthews in, but
Matthews telling Grayson to focus on him. Don't worry about anything else.
Quick tag back in as Haroon comes back in. KPK working well together here.
KPK, a very well-oiled machine.
Leg drop. Is that enough? No, Michael Grayson. Still looking over that Matthews, but he looks miles away from where he is.
Absolutely, that half of a ring is a lifetime away right now for Michael Grayson. And KPK really showing that, we can't confirm or deny anything, but you can only assume that maybe there was a financial transaction in order for KPK to be on the side of Vikram Prasher. And Prasher's money really at work here, showing the dominance that KPK has.
Grayson almost there, but caught and taken right back into enemy territory. Another tag. Quick tags by KPK.
The way that they're able to assert themselves over such a dominant tag team like Books and Looks. Very impressive from KPK.
A little extra oomph on that uppercut, and a kick to the small of the back now did not feel great for Michael Grayson.
Rude maybe having a little poetry reading there. With poetry in motion. That's what I was going for.
I got you. Trying to recite a poem on demand now, but it's not coming to me, so. Back to the action.
Exactly. Here to call professional wrestling. Skip that literature
And look
class.
out, referee Seamus White's back is turned again, and Haroon taking advantage in the corner there.
Seamus White has his work cut out for him, keeping the action where it's supposed to be.
And you see, grabbing him by the nose. Just that extra uncomfortable way to bring Michael Grayson to his feet.
Uncomfortable is exactly the way to describe that.
Grayson just firing off rounds here, trying to get himself out of this position. He's got the high ground.
Oh, the sweater vest coming through, a double neck breaker.
The double, and he is on his way. Rodney Matthews had to stop by and get that Fighting Irish jersey back and really get pumped up here in Stratford.
Can the power of the sweater vest meet the power of the jersey?
Let's see it. He wants that tag.
Grayson
is a little out of
corner, a little discombobulated, looking in the wrong place for his tag partner.
The crowd trying to will him over to the other side. There he is.
Michael Grayson finding his mark. Can he get to the corner?
Yes!
He does.
And here comes Rodney Matthews. Huge elbow. And another. No penalty for that one here for the Fighting Irish.
Exactly. You're not going to get 5 for fighting in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Straight shot to the jaw of Haroon and another flying elbow. Rodney Matthews is fired up to be back here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Matthews coming in, ducking the double team.
Oh! Making his partner DDT himself on the way down there.
Using KPK's momentum against them, able to take both men out. Not often you see a tag team or a double team maneuver with the opponents. And Matthews with an atomic drop.
Haroon up and down and finishing the job with a DDT from the knees. 1, 2. And Ahmed just getting in there.
Only 2 to break up that pinfall. Able to throw Grayson to the outside. Grayson's hand getting stuck for a second there.
They have twisted the wrist on that one. Oh, a huge shot. It's Zaguri from Haroon and gets Ahmed back into the ring here, and KPK looking to take control of Books and Looks once again.
Absolutely. KPK showing just exactly how
Rodney Matthews in trouble here. 1, 2. Grayson able to find his way back in to break up that pin.
With whatever strength Michael Grayson had left, he used it to break up that pin and save his partner. But KPK firmly in control once again.
And Ahmed removing the elbow pad. He's got something in mind. He wants to get that No padding when he throws that elbow at Rodney Matthews, ducks out of the way.
Matthews breaking the code right there, lifting
up top.
Ahmed up, knocking down Haroon. And here comes Michael Grayson, jersey and all.
Huge double team. Perfectly executed. And there we go, Books and Looks back in the win column, back together again here at Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
After a huge tag team maneuver, Books and Looks getting the win over KPK.
They started the match in those Fighting Irish jerseys, and now they finished it.
Exactly, looking to celebrate the only way the Fighting Irish can. KPK getting out of Dodge.
Looking for the handshakes here, Books and Looks. Not sure KPK has ever shaken anybody's hand, but we'll see.
That's KPK showing exactly what they think.
That's called the KPK handshake right there. It's a little different.
Might have been asking a little too much of associates of Vikram Prasher. But Books and Looks giving it right back with 2 words for him. And ready
Fill
to
in the blank.
Exactly, ready to celebrate with the fine folks of Stratford.
Through the ropes into the crowd, and Rodney Matthews, #1 fan there.
Excited to see Matthews back in action in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Only incredible things are on the horizon for Books and Looks one can imagine.
He is grooving. Michael Grayson dancing his way to the back.
It's a never-ending song. You can take me all night long. I better lose myself. Don't have much more to tell. I'm hanging by your words. I'm distant from the outside world. It's a never-ending song. You can take me all night long.